Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Untitled Sickos Project, where we're back again, and we finally have our first regular season guest of the season. But of course, I'm Bears fan alongside my lovely co-host. Feel free to introduce yourselves. We'll get to our guest last because that's how special they are.
Yeah. If you want to talk about, tonight this week we're coming back. I'm back! Woo!
I'm back! I'm back!
No, you guys are doing it wrong. You gotta say...
We're back!
Yeah!
Who else are you people?
Hello, I am back. I got paid today, or I'm happy. I no longer need ice water.
Nick. Your boy. Oh, yeah, that's...
Oh, sorry. Yes,
No,
it
go
is
on.
me. It is me. It's Nick. I am no longer funded by ESPN bets. That's important to mention right off the bat. I'm no longer
Yeah.
being funded by them.
Did you know that there's a burger in Vegas?
There is a burger in Vegas.
Who is our very special guest at the very end? Explain yourself, and how did you get in this voice chat?
Hello, my name is Tyler. I got in this voice chat by invite of Taegan, I believe.
Yep.
And I am honored to be the first guest of the regular season.
Good. Just keep in mind that we all transactions are non-refundable, and unfortunately, your kidney is now the property of ours whenever we so need it. Anywho, before we start, we got two welcome mats, or just really a brief one that I want to mention real quick due to some events. We just wanted to say, sometimes it can just come off as real corny, but we are sending our thoughts and prayers to the Dallas Cowboys organization, along with the family and friends and the loved ones of a Dallas Cowboys player that lost out of Western Michigan.
His name is Marshawn Nealon. Sorry. This is one that kind of hits a little close for me because he and I are from the same region of Michigan. Like, literally, he grew up about a 9-minute drive from where I live. So this hits me right in the feels, and like, I have told people I love you a lot this week. Because fuck.
It's rough. We won't get into the nitty-gritty details of it just because that doesn't matter. We just wanted to send our good thoughts and prayers to all that. Moment of silence as usual. Alright. Well, let's have Taegan stop being a big old whiny McWinerson real quick, and let's get into some fun things to talk about. Guys, I have bad news. When you're looking up your statistics on ESPN, you can no longer bet on them anymore. Nick, you wanted to talk about this. ESPN's had a week.
Yes, ESPN has had a very eventful weekend. It's been something. I've been so focused. I was so focused to talk about this, but before I do, I just gotta quickly say, the Northwestern USC game just featured one of the funniest two-play sequences I have ever seen. I need to tell you all about what just happened before I get into this because it's too funny for me not to share. So, USC got picked off, and it was a fat guy interception. It was a fat guy interception for Northwestern, and he was running to the end zone, and the ball was knocked out of his hands right before he reached the end zone for a touchback.
Oh my god.
And then right afterwards, USC gets the ball back, and they get a big play right afterwards. So that was very funny. I just wanted to get that out of the way before I talk about what's really going on here. But yeah, it's been ESPN for so long has done their best to really hurt their reputation or really challenge how people really view them as, an entity in sports and as the worldwide leader in sports. But this week in particular has really been probably the most damaging for ESPN that I've seen in a good while, at least from a PR standpoint, because obviously, as mentioned already, we have the ESPN bet situation where, due to ESPN now getting a deal with DraftKings, ESPN bet shall be shut down at the end of the month or the beginning of December. And this is not surprising because from all accounts, and I remember reading about this a couple months ago, ESPN Bets was not in the best shape, especially because the parent company, or not the parent company, but the company that ESPN was partnering with, Penn Entertainment, they were not doing too great financially, which is not surprising if you've seen the current state of some of the big gambling companies and all that. So I'm not surprised that this is happening with ESPN Bet coming to an end, but all I can say is it really was really a colossal waste of everyone's time, considering how every single time you would turn on ESPN, you were guaranteed at least every 5 minutes to see a Stephen A. Smith commercial about him using ESPN Bets.
God, I was wondering why that. I was wondering. Now that you bring it up, I was like, "Fuck, I haven't seen that commercial in a while." Sorry.
I love knowing what Stephen A.'s parlay is going to be. I love
Stephen
having
A.
to hear about
please,
that.
Stephen A. Smith, please tell me. Am I gonna? Stephen A. says, I don't know what to do. Do I bet the over under on Bo Nix? Please, Stephen A. Please tell me.
That's actually a very easy question to answer, and we'll get to that later. But no,
chat. There is hope though. There is some hope in this world. You know what is still active? Jersey Mike's Pick'em, baby.
True.
Yeah!
Remember, guys.
I wanna gamble my McDonald's points.
Remember, guys. This isn't a sign that the recession is in fact happening. This is actually a sign that we are thriving as a community right now.
Dude, this was sold also the fact that we are in very good financial situation. Please, we are in very good financial situation. Please, we are very
WTF is a recession indicator, baby.
Speaking of
there is no on the horizon.
This is completely I'm gonna let y'all talk normally, and I'm gonna say my piece. This is a completely random thing, absolutely completely random. But I was in my critical thinking class yesterday, and my teacher was just like, I think at the end of class he was like, oh, by the way, don't fly an airplane, or don't fly on airplanes because the air traffic control people are forced to go to work and not get paid due to the government shutdown. Just a funny thing to just don't fly, because some air traffic control person be like, I fucking hate being here, and just let a plane crash into one another. That's all.
I think most people are rational to not do that. But,
yeah, I know, but
great timing. Actually, great timing for that, considering the reports going around today. But going back to the topic at hand with ESPN, because that's not the only thing that happened with ESPN this week, because going back to last week, and we are now over a week into this situation. So ESPN and YouTube TV have been in a standoff for the past week. They have been in a standoff regarding a dispute, and as a result, people that have YouTube TV cannot watch ESPN. And this is a situation that had been escalating for a while leading up to this, and it has really not gotten better since, and I don't know what's going to happen with it, but all I know is that Disney and Google are fighting right now, and the consumers are the ones having to suffer for it.
Please, Speed. I need to watch Broncos Raiders. Please.
No. Guys.
Kind of homeless.
I mean, granted, this week it's gonna really suck. But looking at next week, between the matchup between the Raiders and the Cowboys, I don't know about you guys, but that'll be a football game. It'll be played. There will be points. There will be points starting with 0 in that game at some point.
No. You don't understand. Simply lacking ball knowledge. Don't worry. We'll don't worry. That will be a game of a generation. The greatest game, one may say. I'm just saying shit. Fucking keep going on sports.
But yes.
So I think the reason, and granted, it's two big companies fighting, so people are going to be pissed off at everyone here, but there's definitely been a lot more anger directed towards ESPN here, and I think it's pretty easy to see why that's the case, because this is not the first dogfight that ESPN has gotten themselves into when it comes to these situations regarding who can broadcast them, because it feels like every single year there's always something regarding Disney networks and a provider having trouble, having an issue with them to provide them, and every single time it leads to a dispute. Because it feels like every single year, personally, there's always something between ESPN and a company like Spectrum, every single year.
Yeah. Why is there TV networks? Why are you guys so greedy? Why does it have to be? See, back in my day, I don't know. Maybe actually, I'm sorry to shame. But Spencer, mainly Spencer, because you're U.S. How was watching sports much easier back in the day when there wasn't a billion streaming services, or is it? Do you think it's better now?
Despite my age, I actually I haven't gotten into sports until the streaming age. Like 2015 was my first year where I was actually dedicated to watching NFL football. But from what I remember, it was not easy, and I did have to leave quite a few. I did have to leave quite a few games because they were just straight up oops, we don't have the Vikings game in your region because we have to watch the Lions. This is actually an edited video I've been thinking about making, sort of a rant, but if the opportunity has presented itself anyway, I might as well get this off my chest. I wish, in the age of internet, cable TV and most sports companies weren't stuck in the year 1991 when it comes to broadcasting, where it's still local shit and also fucking blackouts still apply.
I think markets are so stupid.
It's stupid shit, and honestly, we already kind of have a model for how I think it should work, and I just wish we could apply that to other existing models, because the way it works on SiriusXM broadcasts, I think, is a beautiful thing. Honestly, they have a home stream, a home broadcast, a neutral broadcast, and an away broadcast, and those are all different channels. And I think a lot of these sports networks would be really smart if they were to do that, but with channels on Twitch. I mean, you're already seeing a lot of success with Thursday Night Football being optional on Twitch, which I will say this again. if you somehow do not know, Thursday night football games, you don't need a Prime subscription to actually watch it. You can watch it for free on Twitch.
No,
Believe it or
if
not,
you're an
actually-
American resident, you can't view it on Twitch from or outside of America. Outside of America, you have to.
The stream is not brought to you by ExpressVPN, but you should use it anyway, so you can get around region lock content. Oops, did I say that?
Oops. Whoops.
In Canada,
I will-
I haven't had to counter region locks. Like the only time things are region locked is when the Mariners are playing Jays, but even then I got percent so I'm not really missing out on it.
I think
Yeah.
the thing with sports, the what's it called, the TV thing. I think why they're still stuck in their old ways is because like in my situation, I'm always gonna get my games because I live in my area. But for Spencer, who is a Vikings fan living in Michigan, it is annoying to watch the team that you root for that isn't your hometown team. And
Yeah,
it's like, well,
like literally this week, I can't watch Vikings Ravens because guess what? I'm out of market for it because somebody at Fox 17 decided I should have to watch Giants Bears instead.
ooh, you will watch the New York Giants. Ooh, you will watch the New York Giants.
Hey, respect the Dart Man. Everyone do the Dart Man.
Bring up these fun quad box instead for to help y'all.
No.
But seriously, I think it would be so cool if like the NFL or something had like, you know, Twitch channels where it could be like, you know, you have like twitch.tv/NFL_Vikings and you know, NFL 1 through 16 for each neutral gaming broadcast, and you know, I think
wish the NFL Sunday Night Ticket was not so fucking expensive. Like, I didn't pay for MLB TV, but $30 a month is far better than $100. Like, do what the MLB does, dude. MLB TV, legitimately, it is expensive.
Per year.
Listen, it may be expensive, but it is so, you get the home broadcast, the away broadcast, you get it in like, do that NFL.
It's also
that is so
also
good.
you're getting more games per dollar with the MLB because it's 162 games a season.
Yeah, then.
Meanwhile, the NFL, you got 17, maybe more if your team somehow makes the playoffs.
And that's just gonna be on regular like television. That's not streaming because everyone's gonna do that game.
But yeah, just like, and if Roger Goodell is just somehow listening to this, I'd
By the
love
way,
to
we
talk
love
to
you,
you.
Roger Goodell. We love you so
Yeah,
much. Thank you.
if you're listening to this, I have a couple ideas. I would love to like sit down for like a bagel with a smear of cream cheese, as well as
Strawberry cream cheese. Strawberry cream cheese.
as well as some coffee, and like talk over some ideas, like you know, like maybe like utilizing Twitch, or you know, maybe partnering with the UFL to, you know, step on the shoes of college football. I have ideas, damn it.
I mean, the thing with
He
the
has
UFL,
ideas.
I want to see football grow like in every aspect. But to me, at the end of the day, as a sports watcher, I would be totally okay if like the 5 major U.S. sports and college sports was just all in one place, no region locks. You literally, it's like literally per league is $250 for a year. So if you want NHL, NFL, NHL, MLB, like they all college sports, $1,000 for the full year. I pay that because it's all I would watch for sports is all in one place. I hate the fact that I have to have 3 different active subscriptions to get all the shit I watch. As a Canadian, right? I have this one for football. I've had it for a bunch of years. Wonderful service. And then I found out to get an actual quad box working, which offered for no extra charge for Sportsnet Now and TSN Plus is another $200 a month. So
I'm pretty sure Drew Gooden has gone on a similar rant as us, And
I think he does have a.
yeah,
Let me look it
yeah,
up.
because
I
he-
think I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, he has to deal with similar shit because he's an Orlando Magic fan living out of Market.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he has literally had this. I've watched this video. Hold on, let me.
Yeah,
it probably has. I mean,
by the
I
way,
wanted
Drew
to- I do-
Gooden,
I do
if you're
wanna-
watching this,
yes, if you're watching this, I do want to chime in though because there is an important part here of what y'all are saying that I think applies here to the whole dispute situation, and that is that a big reason why that this is happening is because ESPN and Disney, they have the leverage to try and pull something like this off because, well, if you have YouTube TV and you can't watch these football games, you want to be an SEC fan, you can't watch these games, well, guess what? We have them on our Disney platforms. We have them on multiple platforms that you can gladly pay for. You can gladly pay for these platforms and give us your money. We would love to have you subscribe to us.
Hulu has live sports, guys. Remember that?
Guess who just bought Fubo TV, baby? That's right, they're now a subsidiary of Disney. Isn't that just fucking wonderful?
Yeah, what happened to
House
Hulu has
always
live
wins.
sports?
But yeah,
By the way,
ESPN bet,
Hulu is also going to be phased out and going to become a part of Disney Plus. At the end
That's
of
a joke.
You know what?
Oh
you know
my-
what, guys? Can we say it? Fuck that rat, bro. I hate that rat. That fucking rat.
Yeah.
The rat.
You're no
hate that
longer a
mouse.
mouse. You're a rat.
Look,
Yeah,
look,
you're a Michael Rat.
look, man. Fuck Mickey Mouse. We all love Stuart Little here.
No, that. Let's be clear here. Stuart Little is still the ops. Like,
No,
be serious for a second.
no. Hey, look, Tyler, are you pro or anti Stuart Little?
I'm not gonna lie, I have never watched that movie or read that book or anything like that.
That's so fair.
Because
You're not
let's
missing
be clear
out.
here. Let's be clear here. The parents that adopt Stuart Little are bad people because they had the opportunity to adopt literal children, but they said no because they adopted a fucking mouse. Is that not the shittiest thing to do?
Look, it's not always about adopting a kid. It might be about the kid might just choose you. Like, you know how sometimes you don't choose a dog chooses you. It might just be like that.
Chicken Little. That's.
It's an orphanage, Taegan. It's an.
Anyways, there is one last thing I do want to bring up regarding ESPN's very interesting week. So, you guys remember when Stephen A. Smith was caught playing solitaire at the NBA Finals?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was caught playing that while the game was going on. Instead of watching the game, he was playing solitaire. Well, that moment has been brought back into everyone's heads because this past week, there was something that popped up on Stephen A. Smith's Twitter account. That being a solitaire ad. An AI solitaire ad.
Is that what Stephen A. Smith made, or
that Stephen A. Smith is a part of, and the app in question is called Solitaire Cash. And doing a quick search of Solitaire Cash shows that this is an app that is currently facing a lawsuit over bots and rigged games.
This was
How-
4D
how-
chess, bro.
Why do you need-
I like to gamble away playing fucking solitaire.
Why do you need AI to run solitaire?
Chat, AI's gonna
We live in a
chat.
hellscape.
We are actually living in hell.
Like, not just the AI ad, but apparently it's not just also the fact that it's Stephen A. Smith in a frickin' AI ad. It's the fact that not too long after this, basically all the talent on ESPN, all the people you usually see on ESPN, they are promoting this stuff. They're promoting this solitaire app, and they are making tweets of their own. And it's just like ESPN has put themselves in this bed with this scammy solitaire app, and it feels like it really feels like the cherry on top for the week that ESPN has had. because you have the disputes going on, you're screwing over customers, you have ESPN Bet shutting down, which I am. If I make a video on ESPN Bets, all I'm going to have in the background is the clip from the Chauncey Billups segment where they quietly remove the ESPN Bets logo at the bottom. They just quietly remove it from the bottom. That's just going to be the entire video. It's just that one segment. And, combining all of that with this, it's like, ESPN really does a great job at proving their critics right week in and week out. And I expect nothing less from ESPN and just whatever in God's name they've become.
Yeah. Also, I feel like if you're gonna do that, you also need to have like the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme playing, because like that just feels like fitting.
Man,
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not someone that's like real nostalgic for ESPN like some others maybe, but damn, you're talking about a sports hub of ESPN that's probably by the time I graduate college may be fucking dead. Like no, you're telling me the sports
Chico
hub would be,
Waka.
like Chico Waka, man. Poor ESPN,
Yeah.
man. Like the sports hub, like you think ESPN, like, man, we're in a hellscape. I blame
While
capitalism.
While we're talking about sports media stuff, what are your guys' opinions on overtime?
I mean, I don't think getting paid time and a half.
Oh, wait, are you talking about?
the
Wait, you're talking overtime as in a concept, or like?
No,
it's like the sports streaming thing, like, or not really
Yeah,
sports streaming, but they do
Oh.
like high school games and shit.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
having this conversation then.
The thing is with overtime, I don't know much about it, but as someone who has done and like broadcasted for like local high school games, I have heard a couple things here or there. Like I think what they're doing is kind of cool. I need to learn more before I have like a proper opinion about it.
Look at you know that overtime Megan character?
I do not. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. It took me a while to realize it, and it's only just because I saw it today.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That thing. What do you guys think about that?
Unfortunately, we don't have as many people who are chronically online as I am. It's just look, man.
Oh, I see now. Yeah, I see now.
I gotta.
I need,
Look.
Can you get me context?
Yeah, in general.
One
So
sec.
I hear I'll kind of do this what people are saying. This isn't what I'm saying. It's just what I've seen other people go. So and back in 2022, I think it was what was that?
That was his soundboard.
I went to go click on general. I clicked on general chat, but it was the fucking voice chat that said general chat. So I just
Nothing.
left.
All right, so this overtime Megan character back in 2022, she had some stuff come out, and that stuff was explicit. Certain videos that were kind of just going around out there, and what eventually happened is in 2024, fans were people were shocked to see that she posted a photo alongside the current president, and now she has she is with this, she just posted this on TikTok. She is wearing a white Make America Great Again cap, not the traditional red one. She is wearing a white one with gold letters, and she is she has. I've not watched this video, but this is posted on her Snapchat story. She said, she captioned this video, "Huge loss for New York City. Being, quote, woke is not the answer." And there's, if this is 3 minutes long, I'm not necessarily. I haven't watched a single second of this video, but apparently, there was this one quote. How does country stand structure going to succeed?
Yeah, I saw that like
Politics
earlier
makes
today,
people
and it's
stupid
just
and I
like
don't care.
eventually,
I'm sorry.
like I will just say this: people need to stop getting down the alt-right path line. That's all I gotta say.
All I'm saying, I listen. I want to be respectful and not cut you off. Unfortunately, my policy on politics is when you make politics your personality, you are you are the Tylenol word. We're just gonna say it like that. That is my thoughts on anything politics do not mix sports and politics, man. Keep that shit, your personal views, out my fucking football game. I want to see people run into each other and see Patrick Mahomes throw the ball down the field. I do not care about your political views.
Hey, just for fun, like, would y'all be down to just like listen to what you gotta say with me?
No, respectfully,
Okay.
I don't care.
We could definitely listen to it after stream, though.
Yeah.
That'd be hype.
Yeah,
Okay.
By the way,
Playing Subspace Tennis.
this is pretty much the last thing I want to say about like the ESPN bet situation. LOL, biggest tragedy for gambling since the Harmon got canceled in Vegas.
What's
Brew,
the
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed that video.
Yeah.
You know,
I,
you know, Nick, I know you must be taking a very hard. I know you must be taking it very hard. The state of Nevada.
Yeah,
is going
I haven't
through
been.
it right now. The
This
whole-
is the saddest vein. It's the saddest vein since the ESPN flip phone got canceled.
Since I haven't been this sad since fucking Amped Mobile got canceled, bro.
I haven't
Where
been-
else am I gonna catch up on fucking Little Bush?
God, speaking of Bush, dude, I haven't been seeing it too much on my timeline, but have you ever seen like that one person on Twitter that's like been like replaying like the events of the 2000 election, just like on the timeline?
Oh, I saw that
like-
earlier today.
I don't know why. I don't care about it. It's just very funny to see like it's be like Bush or like Gore just took Florida. It is very funny to see that. But acting politics like it's happening in current time.
Yeah, that's true art right there.
Anyway,
Anywho,
ESPN.
long story
you are
short-
going in hell. You're in
Long
hell.
story short, don't let gambling be your personality, and for the love of God, find other hobbies that's not including seeing how much money you could potentially win if some like freshman guy gets like 5 yards in a football game.
But Taegan, you don't understand. I can make it big, bro. I can make it just one more dollar, man. Just one more dollar, bro. Listen, that fuck guy from bumfuck Arkansas, bro. He's gonna be my ticket to sitting next to Sydney Sweetie or whatever. He's my ticket, man. It's my ticket.
Listen, bro.
Well, we now have we can finally talk about football. That was a lot longer than expected.
Yeah,
Um,
my bad.
No, you're fine, man.
All
You're
good,
totally
all
fine.
We
No,
we
actually,
tend to just
before football. Wait, before football. No, this happened last Saturday. The World Series, I think, ended last Saturday. We're gonna talk. No, we're gonna talk about this. Baseball is.
We already did. Just say your.
Well, you know
say your
what? Well, you
piece.
know what? I didn't. So I want to say the Dodgers won the World Series. If you didn't know, baseball is apparently going to be ruined. We're back to the Stone Age. We're fucking where they take over the world. Fucking apparently Shohei Ohtani may be Mexican, bro. I don't know. He spoke a little Espanol. Good for him. The world is over, man. They're gonna take over.
you know, Kendrick Lamar wins again.
Yeah, Kendrick. Yeah,
Well-
fuck, take that, Drake. Fucking go back to.
Seeing all the crowd.
Yeah. You know what? Luke, tell us, living as a Canadian, tell us what's post World Series like in Toronto land?
They're
Not Toronto
broken.
land, Canadian land.
I think this is probably, I'd say, more broken than they've been at any Maple Leaf.
Was this Toronto's 9/11?
Ika Wonka.
Just say. I mean, I'm from more Vancouver, but
Yeah, you're like on the other side of the country.
Yeah, I would say this probably stings more considering it's not just Toronto that was rooting for the Blue Jays.
Yeah,
all of
everyone was.
Canada.
Pretty much every liberal was rooting for.
The last time Toronto made the World Series, there was another baseball team in Canada, so
I wonder what happened to them.
I wonder what happened to them. Good on it. Honest to God, good doc. Y'all should watch that doc on the Expos. Good doc, unironically. Good shit.
Well, time for college football, guys. I heard you guys like college football, and we're gonna get you it. To quickly gloss. Oh god. Well, to quickly gloss over the Friday slate of games on Halloween last week, there's two things I just want to briefly go over. Bill Belichick finally won another game, guys. I didn't know it was possible.
Won a conference game. He won a conference game.
Yeah, and that's going to be his shining achievement when he inevitably retires after the end of this year. And then other than that, Memphis took care of business against Rice. Not much happened
against Tulane, I'll tell you that. Oh dear God! It's 35-17 Tulane over Memphis. Oh, no.
Not great. Not great right now.
Not happy, Bob. Not happy.
Tell me why.
But yes, let's get the biggest game of the week out of the way first. Vanderbilt versus Texas. I'm angry. What, Vandy? Why now? Like, of all the times to turn into a pumpkin, why do you choose against Wereback State?
They had to turn into a pumpkin for 3 quarters. Unfortunately, the 4th quarter is only 1 quarter for them.
Yeah.
Like, they were so close to pulling off that comeback. They actually came, like, so close, but it wasn't meant to be.
Just been inbound. I think Vanderbilt wins that game.
Yeah.
Oh well. I don't think Texas gets it. There's way too many good SEC. Both spots.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
5! We don't need 5 SEC teams in there, man!
It just
Yeah, we'll get to the rankings later.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Vandy, your season might not be over, but it's not looking great. Ohio State took care of business against Penn State. Rutgers beat Illinois.
Illinois beat Rutgers.
Illinois beat Rutgers, I mean. Oh, guys, can I interest you in a Mario Crystal Ball masterclass? How are you losing to SMU?
Oh God.
Let me quote the video Noah sends.
I can't take this.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. But yeah, Carson Beck went from like a potential first-round pick with how bad this quarterback class has been to I'm thinking this guy's gonna get day 3'd.
No, man, he's a first-round pick at Burger King, bro.
I guess for Carson Beck, he's a third-round pick. He's got enough potential to get third. But as for like everything else regarding him, I mean, dude, how? You had this shit right in your hand, man.
This is like the most embarrassing thing since honestly Mario Cristobal's last gaffe.
Remember SMU. You gotta remember SMU missed a field goal. They were down by 3. They missed a field goal. Miami had a chance to put the game away. They were in SMU territory, but they just couldn't, and SMU just took advantage of that second chance.
I've told you guys that I used to think like SMU used to stand for Southwest Missouri University, right?
I don't think you told us that, but that is interesting. I always thought SMU was like Southern Michigan University. Because
Yeah,
we have Eastern, Central...
There is a Northern Michigan, for the record. They play up in Marquette.
They should be in the MACtion. We should just rename the MAC to the Michigan Athletic Conference.
Northwest Michigan, Southwest Michigan, North Michigan, Southeast Michigan, West Michigan, South
And Ferris State.
Michigan, and Michigan Tech.
Hey! Holy shit! Somebody from outside of the state actually knows who the fuck the Huskies are. What the hell?
Yeah. But yeah, yeah, that was a Mario Cristobal masterclass. By the way, guys, I haven't said this much, but I'll say it again for the millionth time. Miami isn't legit with Mario Cristobal.
They very much aren't.
Yeah.
Someone have to get out something.
Oh. Get out!
Hey,
Yeah, I don't-
ACC!
Get out! Yeah, anywho.
That's perfect.
Speaking of ACC, Duke versus Clemson was a game of all time. To say it very ethically, it's like two poor people fighting each other for a sandwich. And oh boy, were they throwing haymakers all day. And unfortunately at the very end, Clemson fumbles. That being said, Cade Klubnik might be quarterback 2 in this draft class, potentially.
No,
I
he's
don't-
not.
I think,
quarterback two.
I think that would probably, right now, that spot would maybe even be Simpson, honestly. I mean,
It's
Not even the biggest
Jordan
Simpson guy.
Simpson if they declare not, it's
Sellers.
I mean, maybe more,
it depends.
Maybe I think it's more just right now. It really feels like it's Mendoza at 1, and it's a battle for who's number 2 at the moment.
Guys,
Yeah.
what about Drew Aller? Ha 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 ha.
It might even
D-
be
his-
Drew Aller. It depends who declares first.
Drew Aller's gonna be a second-round pick. Like he's gonna be Drew locked so badly, and it's gonna be funny.
Guys,
By the way, I just
can't-
looked at Duke versus Clemson, and they had to combine for both teams. They had to combine 999 yards of offense.
And not good enough. They needed one more. Boring.
Yeah, that's called subtle foreshadowing, by the way, chat.
Speaking of boring, let's no, that I'm not gonna do that. Arizona.
Cyclones
Yeah.
are not going to go bowling, probably.
Nah,
Considering
they'll
how
go bowling.
You're going bowling.
You'll win one more game.
You're 6-2 right now. Are you 5?
Yeah, you play
no,
Oklahoma
we're
State.
we're 5-4 actually.
Yeah, you play Oklahoma State to end the year.
I don't know. At this point, I have no faith in this organization anymore.
I will say this: I was surprised that Iowa State was favored in this game. Not even that I was against Iowa State. I was just more curious as to why, because Arizona State was ranked periodically throughout the year. And yeah, that was a rough game against Houston, but like they still beat Texas Tech
I
without.
think my guess for why they were favored, or like why Iowa State was favored, was probably because like Iowa State was at home, and Arizona State was going to their backup.
Yeah, people were probably just like drinking the Kool-Aid on Ames Magic like they tend to do.
I think one of the things I will say about Iowa State is they had a lot of receivers that were drafted in last year's draft. I can't really understand them. I don't think that Rocco Beck had really much target that you can really rely on that can really help them out last. He just doesn't have that. Iowa State's also been pretty banged up all year long too. They're down to like backup defensemen, and if it's the backup, like the sad thing about like Power 4 schools is they're not going to have the depth that they used to have. So you're going with freshmen with very little experience at playing at the high level that really needed to help Iowa State out. I think it's a lot of injuries that have hampered them. I don't think the receivers are really there for Rocco Beck either. So, I mean, the good news is you'll have Beck for his senior year. But, like, outside of that...
But honestly, I don't know. Just, like... This just seems like This just honestly seems like a bit of a dud year, but... Really, I think Matt Campbell... I think he's got like a good idea of what to do with this organization. I mean, and hey, we did finally we do have a win streak against Iowa finally.
Okay. Well, we'll see next year. We'll see you next year.
Well, here's my big disappointment. They're getting rid of the fucking Cyhawk, dude.
Yeah, it's whatever. Unfortunately, just with how the state of college football is, you're just gonna have to find a way to protect it.
Yeah, if they unironically, if they stop doing the Cyhawk annually, I'm done. Like, that's it. I'm done watching college football.
Fair. I mean, we all have our breaking points. But there is another team to this game. Tyler, I did want to ask, as someone who is going there, what did you think about this game going up against Iowa State?
I think Jeff Sims definitely showed a lot of people that he has wheels, for sure. I do think that ASU right now, what they showed is they still, about 10 weeks in the season, do have some issues with penalties, I'd say. They do have a good amount of penalties, a lot more than they did last year. I do think that it was encouraging to see that the offense could still have the day that they had, even with Sam Levitt being out, and especially Jordan Tyson being out, because for a lot of the time, or for every time Jordan Tyson has been on the field, he has been the entire passing offense. So a lot of questions going in that I was hearing was, who will be the guy to step up? Will it be Shimon Mateer? And Shimon Mateer, he had that touchdown, and he had 64 yards, I believe. It was Jalen Moss. He had a 38-yard reception, and I think that was his first time he had a that was his first game or something like that, with over 54 yards or something. And it was definitely, if you were a Sun Devil fan, I do think it was a sign that the season, hey, it may actually not just be totally shot, and there may actually be something that you can still root for.
Yeah,
random. U3 just posted the greatest series on the World Series. We'll be seeded. Like 7 minutes. We'll be seeded.
I will say though, I will say this: Arizona State was a little mixed going into this year, I think, because this team last year really was just Camp Scatteraboo, at least from what I've always looked. Like, Sam Levitt was good, but like it was just mostly the Cam Scatteraboo show, in my opinion. And going from him and seeing how he did on the Giants to this year on the Sun Devils, it is very telling that Cam Scatteraboo is just a great talent. But hey,
yeah, like literally in the Big 12 championship between the Cyclones and the Sun Devils, I immediately picked out like Cam Scadaboo as being the white Adrian Peterson, and I'm very happy to have so far been, proven right.
I mean, he really felt like he outplayed most players on Texas. I'm stunned that he fell to the day 3. I really think he should be drafted early 3rd or late 2nd. That good, and I think in this limited sample series that we've seen at the NFL level, it's been proven right. He was that good. He was that entire team, and I think the way how it's college football, a lot of people really need to start paying attention more than Big 12. It is a lot better than people are giving credit for. You know, there's lots of SEC bias and Big 10 bias, but like the Big 12 has been really building something up over the years. Watch out, man. All I gotta say with the Big
12. Honestly, it's like, watching. If it weren't for Jordan Mason being as good as he is on the Vikings, I'd be so pissed that the Vikings didn't draft Scadaboo.
I think everyone wanted Scadaboo back. I don't know what happened during that process, whether people just overthought his physicals or intangibles or something. But Scadaboo is very good.
Well, I think for the Bears, they were just like fucking. They thought, like.
The thing is with Scadaboo, with that, I think the Bears wanted to get him, but he got jumped to get him, so they were just like, oh well. I like the guy they got right now. I like Monongai, so I ain't gonna cry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, I honestly think, the Vikings, simply put, didn't have the assets to make a move for Scadaboo.
Yeah. Well, we have some more stuff. Real quick, I just want to glance over something that is impactful. The New Mexico Lobos are bowl eligible for the first time since 2016. Isn't that right, Nick?
Yeah, I can't be mad about that game. That was a great game. Like, I really can't be mad about it. Like, New Mexico, they've been terrible for a long time now, and for their football program, for their first year under Jason Eck, to go bowling in their first year, it's really nice to see. And having been a fan of a program that's really gone through a lot, well, not really gone through a lot, but has really sucked ass for as long as I can remember until recent years. I understand the struggle that's a program like New Mexico would be going through for all these years. So for them to, be bowl eligible, that's nice to see. I'm not happy that UNLV lost, but New Mexico, there's worse teams you could lose to. It's all good.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, this is you are talking about the mighty New Mexico who beat up UCLA after all.
Yeah, ranked Penn State beater UCLA. Thank you very much. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because shoutouts to my guy on that team, JT Jeter. Went to school with him. Awesome to see that your team's performing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Other than that, in some other brief cliff notes, Louisville beats Virginia Tech. Pitt beats Stanford. Indiana beats Maryland. Notre Dame beats Boston College. Texas Tech beats Kansas State. Georgia barely beats Florida, which we can briefly look into that. Sorry, man.
Florida fans, they were not happy after that because I saw a lot of them saying they got screwed.
Look, man, Bama. I mean, not Bama.
There's
so long. You gotta get it with such fucking.
Because Kirby Smart has that Georgia money.
Yeah, there's only one thing I have to say about Georgia, and that of course is
I didn't watch the
Yeah.
game, but go dogs! I love that commercial. I love that commercial. That's like that I forgot what commercial it's for. It's an insurance thing. Oh my god, I'm forgetting what it was. I don't think it's State Farm. It's something else.
Yeah, it's Allstate.
Liberty Mutual.
Allstate. Yeah, I love that Allstate commercial. It's like barking at my boss. Go dogs. Like that's a normal thing. Like I'm sorry, that like the first thing he does like go dogs. Like that's not a cringe-worthy thing. It's like oh you have a mug of a nice thing. Then he just starts going sickle. I love that commercial so much. Just start barking.
Hey, he barks like Brian does in Family Guy.
I was talking to one of my coworkers at work who I think went to a Georgia game one time, and he was like, yeah, no, they will literally like get on all fours and start barking, and I was like, that is very funny. Now listen, that is a love of the game, bro. That is a love of the game. I'm just gonna get on fours and just start barking at niggas. Like, that's great. That's the love of the game. I wish sometimes I look at college football compared to like NFL, and I'm like, I wish like NFL teams have their fans. I wish NFL had the fans that college football had. Like, not even talking about like how like I see college football stadiums, I'm like, holy fuck, that is like packed. Like my favorite thing is seeing like tennis, like when they do aerial shots of Tennessee Stadium, it is packed to the brim. I'm like, I wish NFL games could be like that, but no, the culture of college football does not compete to the NFL. I just feel like there's much more of a like, I will die, like I will kill myself if this team loses on Saturday, feeling with college football. Either way, yeah, we'll start barking at people randomly. That's all. Sick 'em.
Oh god!
Yeah, this is a bit everywhere. My fucking
Yeah.
I will say, you know who else has a reputation for barking? And it's an NFL team, the Cleveland Browns, actually.
Yeah, no, I know they're
more
called the
of,
dog.
like,
I know they're called the dog town.
Chihuahua, if anything.
Yeah, they're
not
yeah. Sorry.
I walked by the Cleveland Browns and I'm like, no, I'm not even startled. I'm like, oh god, that's a.
I think a Georgia fan, if they have to go to the bathroom, I think they will get on all fours and lift their leg and start pissing on you if you're like an Bama fan. I unironically feel like a Georgia fan would do that. Just they see a Bama fan, just run up to them and just start pissing on their leg. Like on all fours though. Just they have to be on all fours though for it.
What the fuck?
Well, moving on from that.
I also imagine like during a sad loss, you know, the fans are just
they just start weep. They just start. After Georgia loses, they go back to their wives, and their wives are like, "Did they lose today?"
I'm sure the Sun Devils have something like that.
No, the Sun Devils go, I'm burning. Help get me off this simulation.
Like, man, I miss the Pac-12 after dark.
See, my thought was more like they did like satanic rituals before the game.
No, the Chiefs are trying to do that, but unfortunately it's not working. But we'll get to that in a bit. Minnesota beats Michigan State in overtime. Let's see here. Virginia beats Cal. Ole Miss beats South Carolina. Little interesting in this one. Michigan only wins by 5 against Purdue. Purdue is really playing well this year. Next year they might have something going. Obviously this year isn't going to be it, but you know, solid play from them.
Yeah, they're competitive. They're very competitive. It's just unfortunately they just haven't been able to find ways to get wins in the column, but they're definitely better than last year at least.
Colorado has let 105 points allowed on their team over the last 2 games, which guys, I don't think that's very good.
I'm gonna be honest here.
It's pretty bad.
Travis Hunter and Chris Sanders are really, really good at Colorado. And one of the things that Dion isn't doing so well is like without star players to try to really like find the talent elsewhere. I do know they have a 5-star quarterback that hopefully they've redshirted this year and got the talent unleashed. But if it's not the case, then Mr. Coach Prime, it might be. I mean, keep doing it. This is like the best Buffalo football days in a good bit, but don't you think you want better? And I mean, especially for Dion, it's gonna be all on the coordinators, and very, very proven not to be the greatest.
Yeah, not really great when you're when it's halftime and you're down 38-7.
Yeah. Although, unironically, I feel like they might actually bring in Mike Zimmer as a defensive coordinator because he has a good repertoire with Dion.
Mike Zimmer's been
Yeah.
as a defensive coordinator. Oh shit.
Yeah, plus his hard-ass ways that created the culture of fear in the NFL is a bit more tolerated in college.
Not really. It's if players are not real. Like the thing that I'm really wondering if we're gonna see mass exodus from Colorado. It's if Dion can get talent, but can you start retaining said talent?
By the way, I would like to announce to announce to the table that Kent State almost won a game on Wednesday.
It almost is.
Yeah,
Oh,
actually,
speaking-
though, actually, I didn't want to. Because Luke, you mentioned how, or Luke and Spencer mentioned how, like, you know, in terms of like the hard habits in like college football and from coaches and all that, it really works when it's working. Like when coaches really have the belief, like the players believe in their coaches, those habits will definitely work. But when it doesn't work, things will probably go very wrong. And if you want a case of a college football program going very wrong, take a look at Auburn.
Hugh Freeze. Get out! Yeah, you know, man, that he should have been fired a while ago. They did the right thing and fired him now, but it's rough in Auburn.
Yeah, they wanted him, like Auburn fans wanted him gone long ago. The problem was Auburn couldn't fire him. Like they had to
Hey
wait
guys,
one more season
I
to fire
had an
him.
emergency. I had something come up, so I'm unfortunately gonna have to cut this short.
All good.
All good.
All right,
Alright.
but it was great to be on. Thanks for having me on.
No problem.
No
See you
worries,
later, man.
That's it.
Later.
But yeah, like Auburn, Auburn fans had hated Hugh Freeze pretty much after the first season, and the only reason he wasn't fired after 2024 is because Auburn was still paying for the buyouts from their previous head coaches. So they really just didn't have the financial capital to, make the move and fire Hugh. But like, now that they've fired Hugh, we now have the spiritual successor of Brian Kelly. Because their interim head coach is DJ Durkin, which, if you want to know who that is, look up his tenure at Maryland.
Give me 15-second version.
Please explain this to me like I am a small infant Victorian child.
Let's just say that
Oh,
something happened.
Wait a second.
Yeah,
now
let's
that our
just-
special
let's just-
guest is gone, we can get a little weird with it.
Yeah,
I'd say
let me
not,
just say this about
but-
DJ Durkin. He was the head coach of Maryland from 2016 up until 2018, and he was thankfully fired in 2018 After let's just say he pulled a Brian Kelly.
For the record, when it comes to the Brian Kelly situation, I'm pretty sure I shared this with Taegan, but I can't wait until he has to settle for some Chinese football program, and he puts on the worst Asian accent possible.
Wong Dong Tigers, ni hao. What's the NFL version of that? What is the NFL version?
He just goes to the Chinese football league, like Gerard Galant's gone to the Chinese hockey league. That's what Brian Kelly's gonna do. They're gonna have the fucking one of those special promos for Brian Kelly when he goes to the Chinese football league.
I can't wait for him to bust out a hero on his introduction.
Again, what is the football version of that clip? What's the football version of the Wong Dong Tigers?
I don't know.
Probably whatever bottom feeder FCS team there is. He could be going to fucking UMass at this point.
They might need him at this rate. At this rate, they'd fucking take him. But yeah, in conclusion, Brian Kelly killed a kid and DJ Durkin killed a kid.
Yeah. Well, to just kind of wrap everything up, USC beat Nebraska barely. Oklahoma beat Tennessee. And Oregon State won a football game. Also, Utah beat Cincinnati, but that was kind of expected.
They beat the crap out of them.
On their very first venue big girl college football. Ranked first with ranked. I'm very excited that both got
Well, that's a good introduction for her then. But yes, let's get on to the NFL side of things, where we can finally talk about the things that happened this past week in the NFL, starting with Thursday Night Football. And guys, the Dolphins are bad, the Ravens are good. In other news, did you know that if you use code SICKO on ESPN Bet, you get absolutely nothing?
No, what
I still
the
need
fuck,
to see
dude?
more.
I need it, bro. Oh my god, bro, really, bro? I was just about to put a bet on him, bro.
You can use code SICKOs on Jersey Mike's points, though.
Bro,
Yeah.
You can get 10 additional points towards your bet.
Bro, I literally had anytime passing yards, fucking Cooper Rush, bro. Come on, bro.
Anytime
Really?
passing yards for Cooper Rush. You could just give us $10, right? You could.
It's easier to just
give us
take
money.
It's easier to just take a 20 and just wad it up and throw it at a casino at that point.
You could just also just buy me dinner at that point. It would be a lot more effective.
Listen, man. I put my entire daughter's college tuition. I will be homeless if I do not bet on ESPN bets. Come on, Steve. I need this.
I'm kind of homeless right now.
Nick, how are we gonna break it to him?
Oh my
How are
God,
we gonna
dude,
break
are
it
you
to
guys ready
him?
for the tweet? Bro, get ready for the tweet of there's gonna be that one guy in fucking, I don't know, Arkansas, who's gonna at ESPN, at Shannon Sharp, at fucking Stephen A. Smith. I have bet at fucking, I don't know, some random NFL player.
At Gronk.
At Gronk. Come on, ESPN. I bet everything. I'm now going to be evicted because I bet on your sports, and now you guys are going away. Speaking of, quick, I'm gonna go back to my dungeon in a little bit. But I just came to my mind. Dear gamblers, I do not give a flying fuck that you bet on a player. Do not go to that player's DMs and talk about how shit they are. This is in relation to nobody recently, but it is a thing that happens. gamblers. Don't do that. You are an idiot. They are paid to play the game. You do not pay them to fucking get their 0.5 in an inch yard. Shut the fuck up. Respectfully.
In the famous words of Dak Prescott, stop gambling.
Just stop gambling. Listen, get help. All right, if you want to spend your money,
Look, man, there's the hotline for you.
Yeah, again, listen, I get the rush. I low-key can understand the rush of like gambling, but don't do it. There are things you can do to sort of getting a rush and losing it all. Like, there are other things you can do, man.
Have you
like,
considered masturbation?
I know. I can use.
Okay,
I mean,
man.
Listen, man.
Okay.
There are other things to get a rush, man. Like, sorry, I can never understand. Like, maybe because my parents taught me well, not the gambling part, but just about money, man. Like, how are grown adults losing money to gambling? Like, just gamble like $5 and only use like those $5.
When you remember, guys, gamble responsibly. Speaking of which.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of there's a lot of things that give people a rush, but that Thursday night football game certainly did not give anyone a rush.
What do you mean, Nick?
Uber rush.
Hey,
but I did not watch that game. I was playing.
No. I remember something Nick said during that game. It was.
Got it.
That's what he said. He said.
In other news, you guys know.
Anyways,
I was literally so sick that I couldn't get out of bed. And it sounds like I missed absolutely nothing with this game.
No. There was so much plot relevance.
Spencer, the only thing you would have to do, Spencer, is like it's like that one set of events where it's like, this shit is so ass that got me to walk out of bed and turn the TV off.
Man.
Lamar
I just wanted to
Cooper
say
Rush
thank you
saved
to the
my life.
NFL. Guys, Lamar Jackson, no, 2 attack by lows saved my life. He threw a football so atrociously bad that I got up from my wheelchair and turned that shit off.
But yeah, I mean, in all seriousness, I still need to see more from the Ravens after this. I don't need to see more from Lamar. That guy, Lamar is still as good as ever, but like, yeah, the Dolphins are really fucking bad.
Hey Nick, have you considered that Lamar Jackson is like maybe okay?
I think he's more than okay.
Right, but like I remember you saying something during the game, like, man, Lamar Jackson is good, but like he's not like, you know, this other quarterback.
I did not say that, by the way.
He did. He said that he would rather have a franchise quarterback in Nathan Peterman than in Lamar Jackson. Quote that.
Anyways, if we're talking about shit said during the game, speaking of things that were said during the game, you know what, this bit fucking sucks. Anyways, speaking of things that suck, Chris Greer, he fucking sucks, and he no longer has a job.
Hey, maybe he could work as stand-up for Jeff Dunham, the way that he was used as a puppet throughout his entire tenure.
Well, I gotta tell you, he's kind of a dummy, if you ask me.
Guys. Chris Greer really played with a hand up his ass.
True.
How is it that you get like a franchise resetting amount of picks from like the 49ers and the whole Trey Lance thing, and then you proceed to not win a single playoff game with all of that given to you?
Trey Lance.
Better yet, how do you have a decade of time to work with and 3 head coaches to work with, and you don't win a single playoff game?
Guys, have you considered that Chris Greer really tried? Like, he tried his hardest. Have you considered that?
True, but
Try harder.
I want to add a little bit of devil's advocate here. Same reason why the Jets are going not really too much with the pick. They look quite
Have the second overall pick.
But that's
I don't buy it. I'm not buying it yet. Like tanking in the NFL, so few teams have done it. Like if you really want like a hilarious example, the Bungles literally turned their season around without mass sell-off, and they literally like look at what they did. Like look at the earlier and look at the year this draft was marching. They did not trade up in the draft. They did not trade down in the draft. They literally do not take risks when they
Of course, if you really want a good example of how hoarding picks and tanking like that doesn't work, look no further than the New York Jets 25 years ago. They had 4 first-round picks that year. They were Sean Ellis. That one was from, there was John Abraham, Chad Pennington, and Anthony Beck.
Well, no, another thing too, Spencer, that was the Jets Lewis 5 years ago. They had multiple first-round picks in 2 separate drafts. Look at
Oh yeah, the Jamal Adams trade!
Yeah, like, I've seen
Holy
this
crap.
Best in the
before.
nation! Best in the nation, Jamal Adams, I'll have you
I've
know.
seen the script before. The Jets have blown it up and traded away key assets and away. It's never worked out because, I mean, honestly, look at the past 10, the amount of O-line they've drafted in the first 3 rounds, none of them have hit. They can't draft O-linemen to save their ass. They can't draft nobody to save their ass.
They can't draft a quarterback to save their ass either, but that's besides the point.
I mean, Sam Darnold, like, it took Sam Darnold to come to fucking San Francisco to realize, wait, this guy's actually a good quarterback. And he just balled Minnesota.
Wait, why is the writing fire?
According to analytics, Sam Darnold's the best quarterback in the NFL in the past 2 seasons. Like,
Well, I mean, part of that is,
you go
something,
to a
something
good
Kevin
organization.
O'Connell.
You go Minnesota and Seattle are good. I'll get into my Seattle rant later, but like the summary, the point is, it so matters where you get drafted. If you can get sent to football purgatory, if you're an early round pick, your career, it's your career. Goodbye. Sorry, there's enough data to back it up that it so matters where you go. You can have all these first round picks, but if this organization that you've been drafted in has no clue how to draft and develop players, here's your 5 years paycheck. You might cash in somewhere else, you might not. Good luck there, bub.
Yeah, okay, since they didn't play this past week, could we just talk about the trade deadline and what the Jets did?
Yeah.
Bye bye. Say bye bye, everyone. Say poor. Can we say first of all, poor Priest Hall. His team is gone.
No, man. I just.
If I may ask a question for you, do you think the Jets trade Garrett Wilson?
No. Here's why I say
yes,
that.
Because let me introduce the on paper spikes. Jets in the first overall pick, they take Mendoza. Next year, they get Jeremiah.
No,
Yeah, but you have to remember, how's their Madden rating though?
Look, I will say this. Jets won't trade Garrett Wilson because of a couple of things. In my mind, they just paid him, I believe, not too long ago. They just paid him.
Sauce Gardner too, and they traded.
Right, yeah. It is a lot harder to get a franchise wide receiver than it is to get a franchise quarterback. And that
I
makes
think in
sense.
terms of
all the
Sauce
way
Gardner,
around.
I think in terms of Sauce Gardner, it also applies that the Colts gave him 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. Like,
Yeah.
you're taking that.
But I think part of that is, they had to throw in a little extra to get rid of Adonai Mitchell.
I mean,
Yeah,
one of the things I will say though, about Garrett, they move like he's a receiver that's making too much money for him. Maybe a unfortunate.
If it's that, they're
Look-
not trading him.
No, if Garrett Wilson would probably go for a second, but even for a second, I wouldn't trade him because the fact of the matter is, if you're gonna bring in a new franchise quarterback, which, granted, they may not, they have Fields under a 2-year contract. You know what they could do? They could go the 2017 Browns route and draft other positional needs.
Yeah, I can see the difference. Like, if you don't get, like, the first overall pick, God, it's a fun.
Honestly, I'd rather have Caleb Downs than Fernando Mendoza, just because of how weak this draft class is.
I mean, Mendoza is a great prospect, though, so except for Mendoza, if it's not Mendoza, yeah, take Caleb Downs for sure. So if they don't get the first overall pick, which anything's possible with the tank contenders we got right now, you take Caleb Downs. But if they get the first overall pick, they're taking Mendoza, and you just hope to God he doesn't die on the MetLife turf.
You know, he could be sacrificed. Unfortunately, there's no sacrifice.
No.
By the way, speaking of quarterbacks, speaking of quarterbacks from the Jets, like when there was the rumor of who the player featured in the Sauce Gardner trade was going to be, for like 5 minutes, some people were speculating it could be Anthony Richardson.
He was injured.
Richardson.
There was actually rumors that or at least there was talking heads being like, "Oh, the Vikings should get Anthony Richardson," and I'm like,
Why?
exactly what are you smoking?
Don't you get it? JJ McCarthy's played like 3 games, so that means he's a bust.
I mean,
Bro, I'm
Anywho.
gonna bust all over this organization. know what I'm saying?
no.
Anywho, I would like the talking stick. I think with the Jets and what they did, it's smart. However, this gives me this gives me worry. I have one slight concern. I feel you make this move if you don't have faith in your current GM or head coach. That's what I think.
Correct
I-
assumption. I think Aaron Glenn. Well, I think it's more about the head coach. Anyways, like you're not sold on the garbage that you have here.
Yeah.
You're garbage, but like the fact that I've seen the Jets do this trick so many times, I have zero faith that they'll make for the upkeep gonna work. And if you want to ask a question, ask the Buffalo Sabres how well the internal rebuild is. Ask how much fun they've had for the past.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually have. I agree with the Buffalo comparison, but I have an opposite viewpoint because honestly, this, if anything, for the Jets, it feels like the complete teardown of the Joe Douglas era, if anything. Like, I feel like this is the teardown from the wasted era that was, the Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh era. That, I'm gonna be honest, I don't blame the Jets for tearing it all down because look at the team they've had. What really good is gonna come out of this if you just stick by and do nothing and just watch a shitty team do shitty things without, a massive, like haul of picks to work with. And granted, they got their draft picks and all that, regardless of what they did at the deadline. But now you have a lot more to work with, and it's you just gotta hope for the best if you're the Jets, which is what they've been saying for over 15 years now. But like, I get where, in terms of like the moves themselves and why they're doing this, I completely get why they're doing it. Like, you're completely tearing it down. You're tearing down the previous era, and you're doing what you gotta do.
Yeah, and this is why I'm more sold on Aaron Glenn being a one and done. If they traded pieces on offense, I'd get it. But they were shopping that entire defense. I don't think you shop your entire defense if you don't have faith in the guy. So, you want to know what I
I
think?
mean, I don't know. I
I-
don't. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, honestly, I'm mixed because on one hand, it's like, well, you know, that doesn't say well for Aaron Glenn, but on the other hand, it's like, well, they might stick with him for a while because, well, this team is shit. This team is shit, and it's gonna take time to build something. Like, as much as Aaron Glenn has not been impressive at all as a head coach, I understand that the Jets might feel like, you know, like, we might as well stick with him because what better are we going to do here than someone that's familiar with the organization and even for as bad as it's looked in terms of coaching wise, he's still at minimum a vibes guy. So what's going to happen?
You saw the way he hit
mean,
that shit. You saw the way he hit that fucking dance, bro. That's a vibe.
Here's
right
what
there.
I think. If I'm Woody Johnson for a day, and it's the day after the season, you want to know what I'm doing? Firing Aaron Glenn, sending an entire like blank check, like one of those comically large like blank checks to like Joe Brady, and I'm telling him I don't care how much it costs. You're being a New York Jet, because Joe Brady, with his pick of a franchise quarterback, with his pick of his next big offensive weapon, along with more picks that he will be able to accumulate next year. I personally feel that would be the best move for them to do. If Aaron Glenn is a one and done, which if the Jets only win one game, I think it's very possible.
It's very possible in that case. It's just the thing is, in terms of that scenario though, with like Joe Brady, it's like I don't think the Jets are the only team that's going to be throwing a bag at him.
I would agree with.
And I'm not just talking NFL.
In the world that the Jets get the first overall pick, then it'd be like absolutely everybody's gone because you're guaranteed to get Mendoza. And I think Mendoza's the number 1 overall. But if you don't get Mendoza, if you're like getting second, third, there's no harm to Aaron Glenn for another year and just.
Again, I get that. I think 5 first-round picks in over 2 years is a bargaining chip for a head coach. Like, you need to find a way to make it so that people want to go there. And people may be like, why would you want to go to a Jets? They're a terrible organization. You get to draft 5 first-round picks of your choice, at least for 2 years, because they're not going to give up on you year 1 because you have a rookie quarterback. That's little to unheard of with a rookie quarterback and rookie head coach combinations.
Like, that's why I'm agreeing with context. Like, if the Jets are going to draft a rookie quarterback, and that is Fernando Mendoza, I'm firing everybody at the end of the season. Absolutely. But if you're going to draft like the 3rd or 4th overall pick and like or player for the NFL draft. You're good, and you're good with not. You're good with Glenn, but you're not taking a quarterback in this year's draft. Whereas in 2027, you're gonna have Dante Moore, Ty Simpson, Riley Moss, Desmond Williams, like a plethora of other players are gonna be available to take your choosing from. And next year's class, what happens, of course, is significantly. It's going to be better than this year.
Agreed. I want to bring this up real quick, since we are talking about the Jets and their position. The Jets are currently 3rd right now, and I just want to tell you the following teams that are around them. New Orleans, probably going to take quarterback. Tennessee, they're staying with Ward, I'm like 100% sure. Miami can't get rid of Tua. Miami is 2-7, but I don't think they can get rid of Tua just yet. I think they get quarterback next year and stick with Tua this year. The Giants just drafted Jackson Dart, and then Las Vegas. Also, Cleveland, which they play this week, is 2-6. So, you have about like 4-ish teams there that aren't going to be drafting Fernando Mendoza. 4-ish.
Yeah, but Mendoza
Agreed.
Yeah, he is.
And right now, it's gonna be either the Jets or the Saints. So I think the better thing to pose is if the Jets are better than the Saints, if the Jets are worse than the Saints in terms of draft position, like if the Jets are second and the Saints are third, you fire Aaron Glenn.
So you're guaranteed to go die.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a wait and see though, because it really just depends on what happens. Because I mean, these draft positions, they can change on a dime, and how it looks right now will probably be very different from how it looks at the end of the year.
Well,
The thing is, who's gonna be the next coach though if you fire Glenn? Like this isn't like what
Joe
the
Brady.
Patriots were like
Joe Brady.
Like, who the fuck is that?
I don't know if he takes it.
Bill's
That's the
OC.
thing.
Either way, I'm just like I said, like I don't know. I guess I'm like I don't know. It's just like
Like it really just
I just don't
depends
want
on
another.
what
Listen,
happens.
I'm sorry to bring this up, man, but I don't want another like situation. Granted, I don't want another situation like the Bears where they fucking get a new brand new shiny quarterback, and then the next year they fire the head coach. Like, don't fuck that nigga up. Like, by the way, we're gonna. I know you just spent a whole year learning this guy's system. He's gone now. Learn someone else's system. Like, don't do that. You're gonna stunt his growth. Don't do that. Like, I don't know. It's just like why? Like, why? Like, are we getting another Patriots situation where like Gerard Mayo, like he was the fall guy. He's like, you're gonna be here for one season and you're fucking off. All right. Like, I know he was bad, but like with the Cats, but like. I think the Pats didn't like just hire him because they're like, we need someone to hold down the fort for like a year, and then we're getting a new head coach. Like that's different. That's a different situation than getting a whole new having a QB to hold for a year. Like I don't know. Like I don't know, man. Like I know the Jets have been bad, but like this season, but like they've been like. You know, did they have the expectation that they were going to be like a decent team this season? If not, then
I think better than this at least.
Right, but like they, your quarterback sucks. Your defense was on a decline after you fired Saleh last year. So you should have already had known that your defense was not going to be the best after you granted you hired a defensive-minded guy, but you still like those defensive players that had learned Saleh's system had to learn intermediate head coach's system, and now have to learn a new system. Like the structure of a head coach is very important in the development of these players, and forcing these players to have to learn many different systems, it's gonna hurt their growth. There's the talent is there, but like. If it's not working if the talent, you have a talented core and it's not working in that system, that's a system structural problem. And I don't know, I'm just like, I guess I'm of the mindset of like, you have the structure, stick with the structure unless like you have been egregious. Like Urban Meyer, that's not only a bad team but a bad person. Glenn is only probably half of that. And as long as you're like a vibes, like the players like and respect you, you can get by a little bit, Not one, you can not be a one and done type thing. That's all.
It's just a wait and see with this. It's going to be a wait and see.
I don't know. I guess it's like one and done. Really? Like as a head coach, like the team was bad, but like really one and done.
I mean, have you seen Bro on the sidelines? He's got aura.
I'm sure that team likes him. Like it's like, yeah. I guess I'm not in favor of one and done head coach. Like wow. Like,
yeah, especially since it seems like a majority of. I hate to be the friend who's too woke, but it really seems like a lot of these like one and done coaches seem to be like minorities. Like a lot of them are.
You have a point. That's something.
I don't want to pull the race card. Of course, pulling the race card is bad, but it's like, yeah, no, they're getting one and done. Like really, like that's all so shocked with Gerard Mayo. Like I know the Pats were bad, but one and done.
I mean, granted, I feel like with the Gerard Mayo stuff, I think it was more of a case like, I think New England realizes like, listen, it sucks to screw him over, but at the same time, like, we know that Mike Vrabel was just a much better version of this. He is probably who we should have hired after Belichick to begin with, and well, if the results have shown anything this year, they were proven right to do that.
They were right. Like I just am not a fan of one and done.
I
Unless it was like an Urban Meyer where like they're like this nigga needs to be gone. Like he is actively not only holding the team but just our community. Like I just
look,
like
here's some one and done head coaches: Antonio Pierce, Gerard Mayo, Frank Reich, Lovie Smith, Nathaniel Hackett, David Culley, Urban Meyer, Freddie Kitchens, Steve Wilkes, Chip Kelly, Jim Tomsula, Rob Chazinski, Mike Mularkey, Hugh Jackson.
one and done in terms of like they were like I'm
Yes,
not like
they
hired.
they were a
One
head coach
season
for
and they got fired.
yes.
I guess I'm talking one and done since you were hired. Like I'm gonna bring you in, not like someone that was
Yes.
already in the organization.
Well, yeah, that
I'm
is
talking-
what one and
Yes.
done
Okay.
is. That is
Yes.
one and done.
Okay, I was like, cause like, I don't know. I guess some of the like Pierce was already in the organization. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Pierce
Like,
is one and done by technicality because it was
Yeah,
his
no, I'm
one
talking-
and
I'm
only
talking,
year
I
as
bring
head
you
coach,
in,
but like he was technically interim the previous year, so it's like
Yeah, I'm talking straight.
the
like,
way I
want
see
you're
it,
the
it's
guy-
like if it's like let me just say the way I see it with one and done, it's like if it's something where it's like Urban Meyer or like Bobby Petrino or like like freaking Nathaniel Hackett where you got players fighting on the sideline when you're like 4-11, like yeah, that's when it's time to pull the plug. Like that is
Yeah,
the
well-
clear and obvious sign
Yeah, when
that
you're
like
losing
this
the
is
culture,
not
then it's
working.
like record is something, but when you lose the culture, that's something different.
We haven't even talked about any of the other games, so
I mean,
Well,
Ravens,
yeah,
Ravens, you
sports.
won. Ravens, you won. That's it.
If Glenn is one and done, I thought
We gotta
the next
speed this
Yeah,
head
let's hurry. Let's start with the only game from the 12 o'clock period that wasn't decided by that was decided by 2 possessions. Niners Giants. Yeah, this was a typical Niners ass kicking. I am not surprised about anything that happened this game. Jackson Dart definitely looks like a very decent quarterback so far, and he looks like he has some tools to succeed in the NFL. Unfortunately, my thing is with him, we still need to see how the rest of the season goes because he's had a great 6 games, but
Yeah, I like Jackson Dart. I really like Jackson Dart. I don't like the New York Giants. And I really don't like their coaching staff.
Yeah, unfortunately, he has a Brian Dable-sized tumor attached to him.
yeah,
And the
By the
Giants
way-
defense has a Shane Bowen-sized elephant in their heads.
hey, Ren, by the way, guess who's on the Giants?
Oh yeah, Young White Coot. Yeah, I posted that earlier.
No, not him. A different Falcon.
Who?
Ray McLeod.
Oh yeah, he did get signed to Ray. Yeah.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is I'm trying to give Dable as much like help as I can and as much as like pass as I can. But when you're giving Devin Singletary more rushes than Tyrone Tracy Jr., get out! That's all.
Yeah, after that
Niners-
Broncos game, the excuses are dead.
I don't want to blame the Giants either on the. You're without 2 of your top offensive weapons. What more can you do, really? You're down your starting running back. I'm not gonna fully put this on table because I think when you have those 2 pieces together, the Giants are a really good team. And I think Dart
Like, I'm not gonna put everything. I'm not gonna
developed
put everything on Dable, but I'm not gonna lie. He really is kind of like the what-if coach because, I'm sorry. I like Dable as an offensive mind, but the records do not lie. It's just not working.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they process Brian Dable like the 76ers did. Maybe they could process him, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Which is really funny because this has been the most exciting the Giants offense has been in like a while.
Yeah,
Like,
well, the
this
thing
is
is,
like
I feel like if the Giants do that, Giants fans are, they're not gonna be fucking happy about it at all.
yeah.
The way I see it, Dable's probably done this year, and he's probably gonna fuck off to back to Buffalo at the end of it.
Probably. Anywho, as I said, this Christian McCaffrey has scored yet another touchdown. Yeah, the Niners, look, man, the Niners are staying alive somehow. I don't know when this is going to end. Like, because, like, Mac Jones is leading. Mac Jones is fucking. I believe he's only lost one game as a starter. I want to say he's only lost one game.
Yeah, the Bucks game.
Yeah, the Bucks game. Yeah. Oh fuck! Yeah, I forgot. Oh no, the Texans game. He lost the Texans game.
Oh yeah,
Chat-
Texans game too.
Is Mac Jones elite?
Is Mac Jones in a very
He's
elite
gonna
quarterback?
get himself a job in Las Vegas next year. That's for damn sure.
No, Kenny
And he's
Pickett.
wide.
Kenny Pickett.
No. But yeah, Niners this, Niners that. Go Niners or something. Anywho, who wants to talk about? Anywho, unfortunately our guest left, so I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Dude, the Titans are bad, and that was not good, Herbert. That was bad,
Not
Herbert.
his fault.
Stand in the corner and think about what you've done. The Titans
Listen,
had
if he
a
had a-
lead.
If he had a different head coach and a different wide receiver core and a different offensive lineman and a different offensive coordinator and a different defense and a different stadium and a different,
There's not even
he'd
like
be
that.
elite, bro.
There's not even like
if he
that
played
many
in a-
excuses.
If he played in a different universe, he'd be better than Tom Brady.
The funny thing is, this has been one of Herbert's better seasons, and people are still like sitting here wondering, okay, man, when are you gonna do the thing? When are you gonna do it? Like,
The only
people
thing I'll
are
give
still
Herbert
doing
is the
this.
O-line. That's the only thing I'll give him.
Not his
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah, what the
But,
one
like,
man.
there's
I
just-
heard, okay, Dak Prescott.
I know it was entirely out of pocket when I said it, but I still stand by that. At this point, Justin Herbert is just Josh Rosen with a better arm.
No, I still that's
Herbert,
insulting to Herbert. That's insulting to him.
Herbert's top 10, but like he's just had a perplexing season where like
Herbert's a good quarterback. We need to make this very clear. Herbert is a good quarterback. I'm just tired of certain people on the internet, or people like annoying people on the internet that talk about him like he can do no wrong. That is what pisses me off with Justin Herbert, and that's where the what if jokes come from. He is a good quarterback, and he can be a great quarterback, but people on the internet are annoying, and whenever it feels like there's times to criticize Justin Herbert, at least certain people that really have no reason to do so, but will do so anyway, will say, oh, you can't blame Herbert for this. This isn't his fault. It's not his fault.
No, because think of that thumbnail,
Hey,
bro.
no,
That
no,
thumbnail
no,
has
no,
done-
no, you
sorry,
don't-
that thumbnail has done irreplaceable damage to the Justin Herbert community. Not his fault.
Look, man, I just want to say this. Herbert's been weird because I feel like he's had the most good bad season. Like, he's had the most bad good season. Like, he's not bad at all whatsoever. He's been very good. But he's just like, nothing inspires. And it's so weird. And I hate feeling that way because I definitely feel like this has been tremendous improvement. I don't know, man. He's just, for every... Maybe I'm too
He's a good
critical.
quarterback. He's a good quarterback. The discourse is just annoying, but I do want to mention the fact that, like, the Tennessee Titans had a lead, and all it took for them to have a lead is not having the offense on the field.
Yeah.
Maybe the reason I'm so like mean about the Herbert discourse is because, you know, like, these are the exact same nerd phenotypes that were super critical of Kirk Cousins in 2022.
That's fair.
Fair. But yeah, what if? No ifs here. Moving on, let's get to another boring... Let's get to another game that was kind of close, but not really. Colts Steelers. I will just say this. Daniel Jones was due for a disaster game. The fact that this has been his worst game all season, like 5 turnovers in one game, he got them all out in one game. That happens. I have lost there are no worries about me in terms of Daniel Jones. He'll be perfectly fine.
We'll see.
I gotta face some upset Colts team, man.
Hopefully it's just a blip on the radar. The Colts really want to be aggressive. That's what they did at the deadline. They want to be really aggressive flying. I will still say this. They've said this about the latter years of Andrew Luck entirety. I like what they've done in building. They're still lacking a true elite receiver. They've got good guys, but they need a real home run hitter. They don't have it.
I don't think it's the receivers though. Like I don't think receivers are the problem here for Indy, because they got good receivers and you got a very talented rookie tight end in Tyler Warren. Like I don't think weapons is the problem here for Indy.
Wait, what did you just say?
I think the issue for Indy, for me personally...
I feel like you thought your running back's an A+, tight end's an A+. Like you're still upgraded. Really fully rely on it. That's just my gripe. Because like most people, the real difference is a number one wide receiver. The blocks and just distribute the ball and do that in a reliable way. And the Colts together, hope they can. They do have it. They'll be terrifying.
If I may just defend it real quick. Michael Pittman Jr. is currently 13th in receiving yards this year with 561, and he has 6 touchdowns on the year. I think Michael Pittman Jr. is a good one. He's not the elite level one. He's not the JSNs. He's not the Roma Dunze. He's not the Justin Jefferson. But he's a solid one. And not to mention, I can agree to you on some point. Like in Alec Pierce, for example. Like, Alex Pierce has over 500 yards, but I'm guaranteeing you most of them are from fucking deep balls and screens. Like, I can agree to you on some points. I think the receiving core is fine. I think the bigger issue with this Colts team, if you can't get Jonathan Taylor going, this offense kind of flutters. Because the only other game where there were slight issues with Jonathan Taylor getting going was the Rams game. Granted, he had, he still almost had over 100 yards of production, but still, the fact of the matter is, if you stop him, you're going to stop that offense.
Yeah, I mean, the Steelers have just gained their government-mandated 9 wins, and I mean, I'm not even surprised this game happened, because it's like, you know, it felt like a perfect trap game for Indy, and the Steelers they really are the masters of, like, you know, for whenever they play down, they at least find a way to beat at least one team that's having a great season, and that's what the Steelers do best. But, I don't know how they're going to do against the Chargers, considering that, you know, they've had an interesting history against the Chargers, especially on Sunday Night Football, and they've been hit by the curse wheel.
Yeah. Plus, not to mention, too, Aaron Rodgers has been playing Game Manager Simulator all season this year. So, like, again, the Steelers, they're going to find a way to get to 9 wins. but it's not gonna be easy. They'll probably beat the Bengals once. They'll probably beat the Dolphins and then the Ravens once, and then you have 8 wins. I don't fucking know. Maybe they beat the Lions or something. Who cares?
They're about to go through the match.
Well, this is just the next one I had up on the list, so let's just talk about it. Ren, if you want to talk about this game first, you can, but I'm not sure if you have much you want to say.
There's nothing much to say about the game. The Falcons lost. They went into an environment where they were betted to loss. They lost the football game. This was just a classic example of you have to operate on all phases of the ball: offense, defense, and special teams. Special teams is very important, and you don't want your kicker to be put in a situation where they have to make the kick. They have to be the kick that decides the game, but at the same time, you have the job that you're supposed to make a kick. And the Falcons and Parker Romo didn't make that kick. It sucks that we lost the game and Michael Penix and Drake London had one of their best performing games of their careers, but that is how the chips fall, and they didn't do it. You know, there should have been, you know, the grounding call that Penix had. You got to know that, hey, if you're gonna, you know, spike the ball, make sure that Bijan is on the right, you're spiking it in the field of where he is. He was on your left side, not on your right side. Whatever they're saying that there's sign stealing by the Pats, that like, fucking, this isn't baseball, man. Or apparently like one of Pat's defender was clapping. Still, you should know, hey, if you hear clapping that's in front of you, like, you're pretty good directional, even if it's loud. If you hear a clapping, directional wise, you can hear if it's coming from behind you with Penix or coming in front of you. That's it. That's
coming.
it. But they lost. The Falcons lost the game that, you know, I was already ready for them to lose, and they lost. I mean, of course, you want to make those field goals, that extra point to tie up the game, but hey, man, after that was with like 4 or 3 minutes left in the game, and your defense got the ball back. You should have had the opportunity to go down there and score. So this does nothing to me personally. This does nothing. This game did nothing to me.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
If there's anything I will say, Drake May definitely did show in this game that he is mortal, and the fact of the matter is, he does need better receivers. Like Demario or Douglas can have a pretty decent game all he wants, but the tight end room of Stephon Diggs, Pop Douglas, Mac Hollins, and Kayshon Boutte just isn't it. He needs. I
mean, they have a lot. There's a lot of depth in that receiving core. There's just no true number one guy. Like, that is one where I can actually attest to Luke's point on, like, how the Colts, like, saying that the Colts need a number one guy. The Patriots need a number one guy, but for this season at least, there is a lot of depth in that receiving room at least. So, like, it does make up for a lot of it, even if it's not the greatest, but still, like, I don't think really, I think the Patriots are, you know, doing what they got to do. They're taking advantage of the schedule that I have mentioned 100 times by now, and, you know, New England's doing what they got to do. And for Atlanta, all I can ask is this: I'll never understand how college and NFL football teams allow kickers that just miss kicks.
Yeah, and you know what? Speaking of kicks, now we got that one nigga that on fucking primetime that kept fixing his fucking hair. Like, what Hey, Matt Bryant, bro, please come back. I know you old as fuck. Please come back, Matt Bryant. Morton Anderson, bro, come back, bro. How the fuck we go through 3 kickers, bro? And would
you like Cody Parkey?
What's happened?
Can I interest you in a slightly used Blair Walsh?
Oh my god, I was thinking that was gonna be my next one!
Again, how does
Hey, Ren,
NFL just allow kickers to just... How did we go... How did this...
Hey, Ren, this isn't gonna help improve your...
How did this... Like, this is the shit I be talking about this fucking team. How do you lose weight in unique ways? It's not just losing, it's using them in very unique ways. How do the Falcons go through you know, Younghoe Koo being a solid kicker for some years, Matt Ryan before that being just like, and now we've gone through what 3 kickers this year? Like what happened? Like what are we doing in Flowery Branch? Like what are we doing? What is happening? How do you go through 3 kickers in one season?
I will just say this. It is it just sucks because my biggest memory from Zane Gonzalez is him missing that field goal that would have won the game for the Browns against the Saints, because I think that was like 2018. He missed a kick that would have won it for them, and it doesn't happen.
That would have won it, but would have tied it.
Ah, my bad. I just remember that from him.
Oh, for some reason I thought you were talking about the game where that one Browns Buccaneers game where it came down to, you know, a real ass. No, it wasn't even him. It was fucking Cade Cotton's arrow.
Okay, we need to move on to the next game. We're talking about Cade fucking Cotton. Okay. Well, guys, I have some unfortunate news. The Denver Broncos won a football game on Sunday, and spoiler alert, they won a football game this Thursday. Can I just say something? Look, man, the Bears haven't played the highest quality opponents, and I can at least attest to that. But at least, you know, knock on wood, because depending on how Sunday goes, I would be more than willing to change my entire statement on this. But the Denver Broncos have anti-offense. They have an offense that is designated to make you feel pain for 58 minutes, but then you can choose 2 minutes where they're good. And the Broncos decide, I'm very intelligent. I'm going to use all those in the 2-minute warning in the 4th quarter. And this shit happens every fucking week. Credit to the defense where it's due. They've done a fucking phenomenal job. And I will admit this defense deserves to make the playoffs. This offense, I hate it. I hate it.
Watching the Broncos offense is what it's like for me listening to Coldplay.
Yeah, this Denver offense, you guys got to figure it out real fucking quick, because how do you have all that receiver talent and yet you still can't fucking figure it out? Give your balls to fucking figure it out, boy.
Yeah, like every time Chris Martin talks about rolling dice or some shit, Bo Nix on the field is what I feel emotionally.
Bo Nix.
I think it really just says a lot about. I mean, it's two sides of a coin. On one side, you have the offense, which looks rusted as all hell and looks ugly as hell, and on the other side, you have the defense, which looks very shiny and is doing everything it needs to do for the Broncos to be winning week in and week out.
If you want to, I just want to compare something real quick. Bo Nix last year had a 66% completion rating. He had 222 yards per game. And, you know, he averaged about 2 touchdowns a game throwing. This year, he has 212 passing yards a game. He has a 60% completion rating. And he currently he's averaging, I think, he's close to averaging 2 touchdowns a game. But he has 8 interceptions on the year compared to his 12 last year. And he's 10 games through a season, and Bo Nix is almost tying with his interception record. I think, if anything, as much as we give shit to Michael Penix and as much to JJ McCarthy and all these other quarterbacks, we need to call a spade a spade. Bo Nix is having a worse year than last year. And I don't feel like a lot of people are talking about it. And I don't think that's fair, because I hear so much criticisms towards JJ McCarthy because he's only played 3 games, towards Michael Penix Jr. because his head coach doesn't know how to put the square peg in the square hole, around, Drake May because he gets to play weaker competition, around Jaden Daniels because he's quote-unquote injury prone, around Caleb Williams because he paints his fingernails and plays for the Bears.
Does go with scripted plays off script look very pedestrian.
He played on script pretty well on Sunday, but we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
But yeah.
Long story short, we need to start more Bo Nix hate.
Yeah, Bo Nix. I've said this before, but Bo Nix is like the definition of white privilege, because a black man would not get away with playing that shitty.
I wouldn't, but I mean, I will say this, because I heard Bren say this, and I do agree. I think Bo Nix deserves more hate than he's currently getting, or more criticism, per se, for how he's playing, but he is getting a lot of criticism. I'm not going to pretend he isn't getting any criticism, because all I had to do was take a quick glance last night at what people were saying about the Broncos and Bo Nix, and they were not taking things kindly. Let's say that.
Yeah, they were booing him.
I imagine a lot of people making the comparison between Nix and pandemic Roethlisberger.
I was gonna say Tim Tebow.
Nah, Tim Tebow's a more fitting comparison. He's West Coast Tim Tebow.
I don't know.
Tim Tebow played for the Broncos, dude.
Yeah, I know.
That's what we mean by.
One of the things that Bo Nix has done very well is when this team has really needed him, he has proven that he flashed that some of that ability that he's had as a rookie. I think a lot of people just really are a bunch of quarterback. Still seen him do really well in his rookie year. But you're kind of still waiting for him to just take that next step forward, and we're still waiting.
He doesn't
waiting.
And we knew coming out of this draft class, Bo Nix was the most pro-ready NFL quarterback. And granted, he has done that. But a part of being a rookie is showing some stuff that you might have. This motherfucker got nothing. He got no sauce. He got no aura. The only thing that he has is like a shitty little he has a shitty little scramble move that gets him 20 yards a game because, I don't know, Bo Nix gets scared being behind one of the best pass blocking O-lines in football and is like, today I will scramble out of the pocket and get 10 yards and then pick up a first down. Like, he does... Look, man, he is like the equivalent of Cheerios without the honey nut in them. He's just wheat and oats. He gets the day going. And that's not exciting.
Bro, you're telling me a honey nut nutted in these Cheerios?
No. Spritz.
Well,
Spritz.
I think that's enough Broncos talk. Yeah. Let's move on.
Real quick, I did want to say about the Texans. General Mills, I welcome you. I'm glad that you're back in the brigade. That's all.
Welcome back, General Mills. As for the Texans, you're fucked.
Anywho, guys. I had a joke real quick about this next team, but I really just threw it.
Is it the Bears and Bungles? Oh boy.
Anywho, we're talking about the Packers. No. Panthers. I just wanted to say real quick. Here's are my thoughts about it.
We are Time is of the essence, unfortunate.
Yeah.
Lightning round this one. Watch the Gridiron Heights Halloween episode. Jordan Love picks up the phone and he goes something about being a scary team. Yeah, the Packers are a scary team, and then the guy just cuts it normal. But you know, I can't tell with this team anymore. You know, some weeks you look great, you destroy the Steelers, and then other weeks you look like that against the Panthers. Find a form for the Panthers. Cool. Meow mixes back in your 5-4.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Anyways, next.
We'll take a little bit of time because this is Spencer's team. Vikings Lions.
We're back. The period question mark. I don't know, man. I'm like, yeah. We are back. It's very fun to watch Justin Jefferson make catches with one hand, and you know, like the Packers-Bears rivalry in the NFC North can quite frankly shove it, because history my ass. I'd rather have a really fun dogfight between two people. You know, so I've always been a fan of you know, like the Lions-Vikings one. But that was mostly because we got to see like Sidney Rice versus Calvin Johnson, when that was a hoot.
I did like Sydney.
Yeah. And also JJ McCarthy. He had almost the exact same stat line as he did on Monday night versus the Bears. Spooky.
Pretty spooky.
Kill him 2 halves with JJ. That's the thing, though. He had to make one good throw the entire game, and that was the game.
Yeah. The thing is about this game, I knew 2 things were going to happen. Either everyone's going to underestimate... Oh, hey, Noah. People are going to underestimate JJ McCarthy, and fucking he's going to end up winning this game, and people are going to be confused as to how the fuck the Lions lost. Or JJ McCarthy is going to be back on the sideline, injured, in quotations again. And you want to know something? JJ McCarthy showed out, and he played a game where he did enough to win. Don't be Bo Nix. Do not be the NFC's version of Bo Nix. I swear to fucking God, if you become the NFC's version of Bo Nix, I will hunt him down, and
I'll say this.
Take away his aura.
This. He at least seems to have more aura than Bo Nix, because sure, the whole 9 shit is corny, but it's way more fun than whatever Bo Nix does in that locker room.
About this game, if I may quickly say and give the Vikings their praise, because all the attention is directed towards like McCarthy, but like the Vikings did a great job of really just taking the Lions' run game out of the equation for this entire game. Like the Lions
BBC masterclass.
Yeah, like they only had 65 rushing yards, and including in that, like they got a key fumble against David Montgomery, and that was a huge reason why the Vikings won that game. So like they did a great job, you know, taking away the run and really having Jared Goff have to play some hero ball, especially with the O-line having a rough day too. Like the Vikings defense, for as bad as the past couple of weeks had been leading up to this, they really made a statement out there, and good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for being old Yeller, Carson. You're a real good sport about it.
He's in Valhalla now. We have the watch. Well, I'm going to... I don't know how to accurately describe Bears-Bengals real quick, so I'm just going to say this about this game. Caleb Williams.
Thank you. Thank you.
That game, I was like, the last 4.5 minutes, like, oh, pick 6. Oh, this game's over. Good job, Bears. Great, good one. Pat on the back. Oh, wait, it wasn't a pick 6. Sure, but they retained position. Cool. 3 and out. They didn't waste that much time. Bengals pressed down, score it away.
Bengals had 3
a
times.
little chuckle comes out, and a little chuckle. The Bengals recover the onside kick. I'm now laughing my ass off the entire drive through, kissing my pants in laughter. I was laughing the entire way through. Then my jaw hits the floor. Caleb Williams, with a prayer from every single Bears fan, in the epitome of Taegan screaming, "My Marbies!" The tone of saying, please! Beat the desperation and the sheer need of wanting to win so bad! Triple covers, 2 Colston Loveland, he marches down and fort. Bears win! Bungles, I mean, good lord, if only it's the keeper of the scored, only it had an
The Bears wanted it more. The Bears wanted it more that day.
It's crazy that the Bengals have this QB named Joe, you know, and he loses in spite of basically carrying the team to victory. He gets injured, they trade for another Joe. The exact same shit happens with this Joe.
Listen, if the Bengals make one stop, this voice chat is completely different. If the listen, Joe, listen, man. That was the actual definition of no help, man. This nigga has put 470 on him. 470 on him on a decent Bears defense. 470 on him, and still could that is the definition of the fucking Bengals offense did their job. That is why you need all phases of the ball. The Bengals offense did their job in putting almost near 40 points on 40 points on the board. They did their job. Joe Flacco did his job and scored 2 touchdowns in under 2 minutes. That is just the defense, man. All I'm asking is for just give me one day. I don't need a week, I don't need a month. One stop. And they could not tackle this fat white guy, man.
Look,
just one.
Respect Poston Love.
Respect my white tight end. Thank you very much.
I don't know if the Bears had any timeouts. Just once.
Bears had none.
One stop. That's all it was needed. And that was so. Listen, Bears fans, hey, good job. You won a game. Bad news. Why did you nearly escape winning that football game?
Okay, I want to sit here and I want to explain a couple things real quick. Onside kick, 100% inexcusable. I can accept that. The Bears special teams were not up to snuff, which is very funny because they typically are. I just also want to sit here and say this too, because I feel like we need to have a dialogue about this. And I don't care if I'm going to come off as oh, he's bitching about it. I don't care what people say. The officiating that has been against the Chicago Bears this year has been insanely fucking dog shit. There were a couple calls that were fucking ridiculous going fucking the Bears way, and I'm gonna be so dead ass when I'm saying it. I 110% think that if one special teams thing, if fucking Cairo Santos can make one goddamn field goal, if the special teams doesn't let up a kick return on the first play of the fucking game, this isn't even close. The fact that it was even close in the first place was the Bears special teams fucked up so goddamn much that it put them in a bad situation. You want to know something at the end of the day? I can insult the Bears defense as much as I want. They're down 2 of their starting corners. They're down 1 of their starting edge rushers. They're down depth at edge. They have fucking DoorDashers in the secondary. And you're expecting those people to go out there after the special teams is allowing them to start the ball at the 40-yard line, the 50-yard line, on their own opposing 40. I can't blame the defense on that. They're going to get gassed eventually. The fact of the matter is, you let up 42 points to the Bengals. Stuff like that happens. I'm not upset about that. The fact of the matter is, the Bears defense locked in and did what they were supposed to do. They turned the ball over 3 times. I am not going to discredit this Bears team at all, because you want to know something? They showed up and they won they showed up when they needed to, and they put the team into situations to win the game, and the offense did that. And at the end of the day, that's all you can ask from your defense.
One of the things that I've learned about the Bears is really like from another thing that I've noticed in this year, the games in their history where they normally come out and Ben Johnson needs to get his flowers. How well he's really turned around. This team is
Fantastic
turned their
coaching.
entire
Yes.
culture around, and it's been spectacular to witness. And talk about fucking damn time too.
You want to know the funniest thing too, and I don't hear a lot of people talk about this? The Bears have, bar none, statistic-wise, the best offensive line in football. At least stats-wise and what all we've seen, they are, bar none, one of the best. They have, like, it is truly baffling how great this Bears offense has been. And you know, people are going to be like worried because of the whole Mark Trestman years. Mark Trestman wasn't a fucking... Ben Johnson isn't a fucking total fucking loser like Mark Trestman. And you want to know something? That Bears defense had nothing good on it. You want to know what this Bears defense can do? Turn the ball over. And if you can keep on doing that, that's fine. This was a good game for the Bears to win, because it shows they can find ways to win games after digging themselves in holes. I don't care that they don't have a premium win, even though Washington was 3-3 at the time of playing them, and people still considered Washington a good team. But that's another conversation for another day. The fact of the matter is, this Bears team's pretty decent. They're good. They're going to find a way to be fighting for the playoff spot. That's all.
I don't care about the premium wins, as long as you are winning the games you are supposed to win, and the Bears have been doing that a lot more than they usually have from what we've seen from the Bears over the years. Like, I had 3 moods in this game. I had 3 moods watching the game against the Bengals. I love football. I love football, Charlie. I love football.
If I might bite
And there was
into
my
it,
second
those
mood. There was my second mood. I want to fucking kill myself. I am about to fucking kill myself. And then there was my third mood. Holy shit, this goddamn team. Because that ending was truly, to say what Luke said, this team is winning games they don't usually win. Everyone's watched enough Bears football in their lives, whether you're a Bears fan or not, to know they don't usually win games like this. And yet, under Ben Johnson, they are winning games like the games against the Bengals, like the game against Commanders. They're winning these games. And it has been such a long time coming for the Bears to just find ways to be clutch and get the job done. And that is one of the few things I will ever ask for from my teams is, can you win the games that are where you have to be clutch, where you have to get those tough wins, even if it's ugly. I don't care if it's ugly, as long as you get the damn win. And the Bears have been doing what they gotta do. And for this past performance on Sunday, obviously, shout out Colston Loveland, shout out Caleb Williams, and also shout out Kyle Monangai. Huge shout out to him because he had a great game too. And shout out the O-line, obviously. It's just, the Bears did what they had to do, and I would rather not have to go through another cardiac session like that for a good couple of weeks. I'm fine not having to see a lead evaporate like that, but we got the win, and I am very happy we won that game.
Well, as far as the whole cardiac thing going, welcome to being a Vikings fan under Kevin O'Connell, bro.
Can I butt in?
Go ahead.
Hi, first of all, hello. Sorry I'm late. I'm Noah Chronister, 24 Amper. Sup. To mention something, Caleb Williams is on pace for a 4,000-yard passing season.
Oh my god, it's gonna happen! Oh my god!
4,072 yards is his current pace, and I can't stress enough how much it's gotten old for Bears fans who have heard about how the Bears have never had a 4,000-yard quarterback.
Again,
Well,
they're gonna do a parade, bro. There will be a whether they may miss the playoffs or not. There will be a parade in the streets of Chicago when Caleb Williams does it. Listen, listen. Niggas will paint their fingernails for him, bro. Like, it will be a day of. I think they may, if they're in Chicago and he gets for 4,000 yards, they will stop the game and he will come to the podium and have a speech. Like, so Caleb, get your speech ready.
No.
Get your speech
Look,
ready.
I
They
will-
will stop the game for you.
I will just say this: Caleb has 9 games to get 2,084 passing yards. That is possible. He just
Look,
got.
Here's what we're saying.
231
Here's what we're
and a
saying.
half yards a game.
If and when Caleb Williams gets 4,000 yards, Taegan will actually smoke a Marby on stream.
No, I'm not fucking doing that.
Nicotine addiction.
It's not. Don't worry, he won't be addicted, man. Because once we do it once.
No, I'm not. I'm not getting peer pressured into
Taegan,
smoking.
Do not smoke cigarettes. You are not smoking.
I am not. I am not.
Yeah, not on the channel. About.
No. Moving on.
By the way, Noah, since you're here, do you have any thoughts on the Texans?
Drought has a concussion, we're screwed.
No, but General Mills though.
Understandable.
General Mills. All hail General Mills, savior of Texas land. I don't know.
Well,
They'll
you know what, Noah? Noah, how about this? You'll get to lead this next segment off. Say whatever you want about Saints Rams.
Well, I'll say this. Stafford is a sleeper MVP candidate. He leads the league in touchdown passes. He's been extremely efficient.
Did Devontae Adams get Matt Stafford on that Taco Bell grind set? How is he? Why is he doing? Why is Unc doing so well? Chico Waka.
By the way, Devontae Adams has 8 touchdowns. 5 of them came in the last 2 games, and he has yet to have over 100 yards over the last 2 games too.
Listen, Unc said, I'll be your. If you need me for the goal line fade, I got you, twin. I'm your goal line fade master. Need me inside
It's
the
just
10-yard
the
line, I
LeBron
got
step
you.
back gif. It's just that one LeBron step back gift with Devontae Adams and Matthew Stafford. Yeah. After this season, Saints are going back into the quarterback woes. As much as I don't want to give up on a quarterback too soon, we've seen enough of Tyler Shuck. Pull the plug.
Not a first round
Yeah.
pick, doesn't have it. Bye bye. That's
Yeah,
all you need to say. Not a first round.
We're sticking New Orleans back into the analog horror zone. Actually,
How much does it have to do with show, and how much does it have to do with the fact that the Saints are just a terribly run team?
Oh no, it's a mixture of both.
They're paying for their
I think the
sins
Saints
of
have an
extending the
extremely
players and
a
the
bleak
cap
present,
now.
short-term, and long-term future.
They don't have a long
It's amazing how Mickey Loomis
Get a long-term.
still has a job. Honestly,
He's got a stake in order.
Yeah.
Mickey Loomis is potentially buy this. And the thing that Mickey Loomis has done by circumventing the cap every year, that almost caught up to hitting him in the ass. They're basically what the Houston Texans were before the season. You're gonna have the bad years. You have to suck it up and go through the rough years. But when this team, if the franchise keeps whether it be this year or next year, we're gonna have probably, hopefully, the pick from the town to be built. The sad thing is you can't really trade Chimera anymore, because he's probably he released, they get cut, then traded. Oh, yeah. It's what it is.
Yeah.
Thanks, bad, Bram's good. Next!
Well, Chiefs and Bills. Can we just copy and paste the script to what we said last season when the Chiefs played the Bills?
Yep.
Next!
Yep.
Nothing of value has changed.
I'll tell you what's next. I don't know. You ever like?
Jags Raiders. It went there. Nothing happened. It went to overtime. Next.
Hold on. I got no.
68 yards. You cannot deny that. Fuck you. Fuck you, Lucas.
Hold on. Spencer.
You.
Spencer,
No.
I'm gonna kill you. Actually.
Hold on.
No.
I forgot. I'm old.
Yeah.
Guys,
It's called euthanasia, bro.
Hey.
He has been erased.
He? Who's he?
It's.
Who's he?
I don't even. What's the solution with that? It's.
What? Chip Kelly?
No.
Yeah.
Well, kinda. But the It Man.
We'll get erased eventually.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, Cameron
Oh.
He.
Oh. Hashtag it's.
Yeah, it has been. Congratulations to Cameron. I was hoping we could break the record. Get a 7-yard ball. You all kind of felt like that or
Yeah.
or from.
Also, too, I think Trevor Lawrence may harm someone soon if he has to be throwing to De'Ami Brown next week, because with how the Jaguars' luck has been, Brian Thomas Jr. he's already out with an ankle injury, so they're gonna have to go into this game with Parker Washington, Jacoby Myers, and De'Ami Brown. It's not.
That's why they trade for Jacoby Myers.
Yeah. Well,
It is the objectively the funniest trade, though. Just like, all right, can't wait to. Good game, Jags. Can't wait to see you next year. Actually, hang on. We do have a spot on this plane for you.
4th and 6.
Yes.
Not bad.
flights to
Not bad.
Cancun.
Not bad.
Okay,
Well,
now it's time to move on. I can talk about the Raiders next week.
Let's do Cardinals Cowboys.
You're good. I will say this: the Cowboys are bad, and Jacoby Brissett actually has is actually breathing life into this Cardinals team, and it is very funny that the head coach for the Cardinals, Jonathan Gannon, said, "Yeah, Kyler Murray kind of sucks. We're benching him."
Yeah. Well,
I think
he's going on IR. I think it's time.
No, he said that Sorry, I was gonna say he said regardless of if Kyler going on IR or not, he was gonna lead with Jacoby being the starter.
And no more Stuart Little.
Thinks the manifesting Kyler Murray infinity. Like they both need it. But they both have guaranteed money too. Weak quarterback draft class. Change the deck hand for a year. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, then you. Manifesting it.
Yeah.
Tyler, I really hope you actually get to have a different different career, maybe the MLG. You seem like you'd be a lot happier with that.
Trick shot on the new BO7 King. Anywho, Luke, I have to ask, how many touchdowns did Sam Darnold have? I forget. It's not 1, it's not 2, It's not 3, but it's not 5. How many did he have?
Or 7.
Guys,
No.
is it time for us to talk about the Darnold again?
I know you probably can't. I wish you could put it on stream, just the video, this fucking video. I can't tell if it's AR or not, but I just love this fucking video of
It
Sam
is.
Darnold smoking.
It is.
I know it, whatever. It's fine.
I mean, the ending of it is AI.
Listen, I don't care. He smokes the joint and then just flies in the air. That's just very fun. That is. Thank you, Sam Darnold. Smoke
But
the
yeah,
joint and fly in the
I
air.
believe we now have an address from the G-Cubus.
My team.
Just flies in the air.
I am starting to believe. I am starting to totally on board with the culture that Mike has building. Like it has been like he is the savior of this organization. Like seriously, they have gone on the road and dominated. We are getting Legion of Boom flashbacks. Like I've been on the Instagram reels before. You know, that's my TikToks because I refuse to download TikTok. And seeing those TikToks edits, I'm like, yeah, this is the team that's been doing so well this year. And to be completely honest, they're back. Yeah.
Look, if you'll indulge me for like, folks, Seattle has a winner on its roster. You know, they beat up on Dum Daniels and the Washington Commanders. Clearly they didn't have a budget for a win during the shutdown.
And I'm Jason Vance!
No. Well, yeah.
I'm Jason Vance!
No,
Hear me
yeah.
catch!
No, but yeah, look at it. Like people need to really do a deep dive on how good this JSN is as a wide receiver. Is doing everything you ask of him. Doing everything. What more do you want out of an elite player like JSN? You gotta really look at some of just the routes that he runs. He runs some of the best routes that you can out there.
Some of the best routes, folks.
Best routes, folks.
I will say this, the only thing, and it's not even really a knock on JSN, he just doesn't score touchdowns this year. He only has 4 touchdowns this year.
He's 45. He doesn't need to score.
No. I'm saying that's his only knock, and that's super minor.
Granted, it does help when you also have guys like Torrey Horton.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
say,
he has.
early in the season, that's when they were really struggling. I would agree with you on this one. Early in the season, they really couldn't get JSN in the end zone. But his last 4 of 5 games, he has a touchdown in every time. 4 or 6, he has a touchdown in every single one of them. They're getting involved. I feel like they're also being Darnold doing what a quarterback should be doing. Don't do anything special. Be a distributor. What is Darnold doing? A distributor of the football. He doesn't have to do anything special. And the thing to look at statistically, the quarterback stats for the past 2 years. Sam Darnold has been the best quarterback in the entire NFL. And I mean, I people know how I feel about Herbert. I mean, I respect his opinion about 40%. Give it to him. That's fine. One of the things that kind of points out where I think he doesn't overdo it as a quarterback. He doesn't have to do the ball down. Give the ball to his playmakers.
Oh,
That is
fuck.
what you
Oh, fuck. He may win
quarterback.
Oh, fuck.
game manage your team. Get the ball to your playmakers. Again, they have a 1-2 duo at running back. Being that Charbonnet and Taegan. Who's gonna play the top? AJ Barner has had a career renaissance. Sam Memoria back. He's been very good. I mean, you wish you could get more involved with Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper Kupp's going to get cut at the end of the year because, well, you got Torrey Horton and your deep threat is Rashid. It's, you know, it's kind of a difficult situation you're going to have to really put yourself in. But, like, once you get, like, everything going, you know, especially with Rashid, you have that deep ball threat, so maybe a little bit's going to be taken off of, you know,
All respect to Rashid Shaheed, but whenever I see his name, I just think of that one Vine where it's just like, is your name Shithead? It's pronounced Shaheed.
Yeah. Luke, if you don't mind me, I would like to just say one quick thing about the Commanders. We kind of talked about this on Sunday Night Football, like all kind of off stream. The Commanders really should have blown up after last year. In hindsight, obviously, but like especially in hindsight, they should have blown up after last year.
I don't think after last year they should have pulled. They really should have pulled.
They went to the NFC
They should have pulled it at
Championship.
the deadline, though. At the deadline, they should have sold what they could have sold, though.
Yeah. Here's, you know, we talked about the Brandon Perna curse wheel. We need to talk about ReactBot, bro.
No, you're involved in this. You were a part of that stream. You were a part of the stream where we cursed Jaden Daniels. You're a part of this.
Brett, we didn't. I didn't curse Jaden Daniels. I have done nothing.
Taegan right, and it said, me, Nick, Spencer, and Noah might have to make an apology video if he's out for the
Dear Commander,
get the apology going right now. If you don't, I have my finger on the button that'll cancel you on YouTube.
Hang on, let me just pull out my ukulele real quick.
And I want to hear it good. What do you have to say for yourself?
Washington Commanders, I am very sorry we used the powers of ReactBot to curse this football team. This football team did not deserve it. We thought it was just a giant joke that at the end of the day, there was no way in hell the season was gonna unfold the way that it did. I'm sorry for pressing the for the questions for ReactBot, especially the part where he said Jarvis removed. Thank goodness his kneecaps have not been removed just yet. But who knows, he could easily return and those kneecaps could be removed. I am so sorry. Please forgive me.
Toxic gossip train!
I got something to say about the Commanders real quick. Welcome to the Josh Harris experience. You like injuries? You like backbreaking injuries? You like injuries piling on top of other injuries with no timetable for return but extreme concern? Yeah, welcome to the Commanders experience. Welcome to the Josh Harris experience. The Devils and Sixers fans have your chair warm for you. This is how it's been for the past 12 years.
You have to apologize. That's kind of important. You were a part of that.
For the ReactBot.
You were a part of that stream too. You know, the stream where we were doing the NHL trade deadline, and you know, you just had to ask, you know, ReactBot, the Commanders aren't cursed, aren't they? He flat out said yes.
Yeah, and then we asked him to elaborate, and he said, Jarvis, remove their legs.
We're all a part of this. We did this. We're
Guys,
the ones that...
Guys, Jaden Daniels just tweeted, he's 5 minutes from my house, and he's asking whether he should do the podcast.
we did a funny.
Yes, we did. We did.
Well,
You know what? We're sorry. We played with the powers of the Lord of Self.
Look, man, I'm just glad that it wasn't me.
Listen,
Well,
listen, I'm not. Listen, hold on.
No,
Oh,
no,
God.
no.
Oh. Anyways,
I don't want my
I pride
team to
myself as a man of faith, as Reactbot is approaching my house, and he is right by my window.
Oh my God, he's doxing us just like Sniper Wolf.
No, not Sniper Wolf!
That's just the script intended.
About Sniper Wolf. Sniper Wolf, no sniping. Sniper Wolf, no sniping. What do you think? You're not going away!
Stop stream sniping.
Yeah. Sniper Wolf, no stream sniping. Sniper Wolf, no stream sniping. Oh, man. Sicko the Explorer!
Clown juice.
Hold on, guys. Reactbot just gave me a letter. He actually just. This is a hand-drawn letter right here. Interesting. Hold on, let me put on my other glasses. Let's see what this says. Interesting. Are you sure this is the right letter? Are you sure? Oh, okay. Let's see. Skip Bayless is a cunt. Okay.
I don't have a getting stopped for sound effects.
Okay. Thanks, Reactbot. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe Reactbot is related to Skip Bayless, and he knows
he gave me
that
another
he's a
letter.
cunt.
Oh, he gave me another letter. What's this
What
say?
did Skip Bayless do this time?
We just got a letter. We just got a letter.
We just got
He tells me not to reveal. He tells me not to reveal the team, but he literally just gave me the team that he's gonna curse next year.
Oh no.
He's holding me at gunpoint and saying that if you reveal this, I will pull the trigger.
Oh my God.
Well, unfortunately, I have to know who I shouldn't be gambling on ESPN Bet, so you're gonna have to reveal it, Nick.
It also says that if I tell you that, he will go to your house and he will know where you live.
Dumbass, I already know where I live.
Me when the hacker tells me where I live, I already know that.
What? Are you stupid or something?
Or like,
Oh, and Reactbot just left my house.
Wait,
Guys, just left my house.
Wait, who the fuck is that outside my window?
Who's levitating? The second floor. What's that levitating outside?
football
Anyway,
chat. God, we have
Yeah.
fucking Germany, bro.
One thing to note about the Seahawks, a lot of people are calling them the #1 team in the NFL, and I really want to.
I still want to know what Stardo can do under a blitz, because the blitz is what doomed him during the Vikings.
I wonder what
years.
Darnold can do when he
Like
faces
Vikings
a
year.
team. When he faces
Well, I
another
think the thing-
NFL
Well,
team.
think of the years of the Jets where the scheme that Adam Chase constantly ran. You know how long those plays took it to develop? My brother in Christ, you and me can make a 7-course dinner, and the play still hasn't developed yet.
I mean, listen, the Seahawks are getting a tough test against the Cardinals. You saw how the Cardinals shut down the Cowboys' offense. I don't know, man.
We also have the Vikings to go again.
Quarterback Cardinals at home in Seattle. That tends to not do so well for Seattle.
And then you gotta go face your chat. Matt Stafford may win, and I was looking at the stats earlier, bro. Stafford may win MVP, bro. This bro has thrown 21 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions. He's on his 2011 Aaron Rodgers shit right now at like age 39. Like, Unk is still slinging it like it's like fucking 2008, bro. Like, bro.
Man, I remember.
Matt Stafford may win MVP, bro. Unironically, he's like so good at football right now.
Remember at the beginning of the season when we were all like, haha, Matthew Stafford is a body double.
Wait,
Chat,
like,
Chat, this body double may actually win MVP, whether
Listen,
or not
he's
it is Matthew Stafford.
He's sixth in passing yards and first in passing touchdowns. Also, yeah, Bo Nix is third in passing touchdowns, so clearly Bo Nix is doing something.
But yeah, this iteration of Matthew Stafford, I gotta say the CIA really cooked on this one.
Yeah, listen, maybe if you want your quarterback to do well, you reveal that you cucked him. So all you wives out there, cuck your husband, and he'll become Matthew
Really
Stafford.
good at football.
He'll become really good at football. Anyways,
Football is really weird.
Well-
I want to go to bed.
Late worship.
Yeah, I want to go to bed.
Good night. Good night, everybody.
Because I'm old.
Wow. Wow.
I'm old. And
yeah. Nick, can I use this on my immaculate grid? Can I just use all that?
So, anyway,
Sam
oh, yeah.
Thanks for watching.
You want to use Sam
Thank you
Darnold
for,
again?
Tune in
Sam
next-
Darnold.
Tyler, for
Tune in
joining
next
us.
time when the flu steals Thanksgiving.
And yeah.
Like Matt Eberflus?
Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
Memphis
he's the
also,
Grinch now.
The G6 spot is wide the fuck open. Okay, bye.